And that's a big thing in Australia. You have to have a reason. Why do you want a gun? I like guns.
I hate my neighbour.
I feel like as a comedian, it's okay to punch down.
Yeah. Well, not white people, but yeah.
Why is he flaccid and hard?
We meet this guy who's got a haunted doll, and it kept beating his wife.
Oh yeah, that's what was doing it.
The ghost only visits when dinner's burnt.
Say hi to Eli. He's racially ambiguous, and Brandon. His hair is fucking fabulous, and Donut, a dark joke disposition, and there's a fat electrician. Welcome to Unsubscribe.
Bully, Finn. Just taking splash damage all day long, Finn. He did nothing. You just walked in, he started attacking you. In his defense, he did attack everyone.
That's a great way to command a room, though, isn't it?
Oh, you gotta pop it open
You
on
assert
3, 2.
dominance.
Oh, well, I was sitting here for 45 minutes. You pricks are all late. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
3, 2, 1.
Why are you going backwards?
What? Why are you counting?
You see what I'm doing? I'm asserting
He's
dominance.
taking over the podcast.
What the fuck?
Welcome to the Unsub podcast. My name's Isaac Butterfield, and it's a fantastic honour to be here.
He also
I think I'm looking at the wrong camera too.
I don't know if you noticed, he counted backwards from you because of where he's from, the other side of the world.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the toilets. They spin in different directions.
Exactly.
Obvious.
I forgot about that.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Unsubscribed podcast. I'm joined today by Eli Doubletap, Isaac Butterfield, Brandon Herrera, and myself, Donut Operator. Thank you so much for being here.
What's up, bitches? It's good to see you all. We haven't had our boy on in fucking like
2 years.
Yeah.
2 years. I'm back.
You've been on the podcast?
Mate, I've been everywhere. But yes, it answers your question.
That was before the podcast got better.
The switcheroony, I know.
So like
the movements.
People have died, and it's all happened since I've been here last. It's good to be here, though. I thoroughly enjoyed my time in Texas. It's great. I love Texas. It's the only state I like. Everywhere else I've been, although there is a lot of homeless people here.
In Austin.
Well, yes. I was only in Austin for a couple of hours yesterday, and my drive to San Antonio yesterday as well, there was less than last time I was here. Pre-Trump, there was a lot more. I will say that. Not that I'm a Trump fan. I am a Trump fan. You're not allowed to say that in Australia. You
go back to the COVID camp.
Yeah, literally, like I like Trump because he's hilarious. Okay, I think we can all agree that he's hilarious. I don't have any opinions on policies or who he puts in, in his government. I don't know enough about it. I don't know enough about that type of stuff. But what I know is he's a funny. And where I come from, that's more important than anything else.
Dude, Absolutely. That's how I vote, man. As long as the memes are funny.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing. I'm like, dude, I don't care if you like the man, if you like his policies. You got to admit, to all these people that are like, I don't do politics, I don't get involved. His presidency is going to be so much funnier. Like 2016 to 2020 100%. Was meme gold.
Absolutely,
fucking loved it.
Absolutely,
and history books.
I was talking to someone in his camp, and it's too early to name drop on the podcast, so I won't. But we were talking about how the media attention, particularly in Australia, like I was sending him these photos and videos of the news, and the news cycle was just hammering him on everything. And like I was watching it live, more live on like X and that type of stuff, Twitter, what was actually happening in the moment. And the difference between what was shown by journalists on the ground or from the horse's mouth, so to speak, in comparison to what you saw on the 6 o'clock news was vastly different. So, my mum, my auntie, my grandma, all these people, they're all getting a completely different narrative, and it must be the same here. Everyone's aunties, grandmas, these type of people, the older people, the people who aren't invested in social media as much as...
The people that watch The View.
Well, but that's their target market.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's done intentionally.
It's that and illegals.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah,
right.
That's actually
that's
one
Telemundo.
of the questions. I know. Well, it's one of the questions is like from your position over in Australia, how does it look seeing America's? I guarantee it's just painted as chaos. Like we look like a third world country sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, well, I was in LA for 12 hours. That was close enough.
That is a third world country.
I've been to LA like 5 times in my life, and it is a shithole. Like it is just it just smells like it's not as vibrant as where I'm from. Like just the color in the sky. So where I live, it's like a smallish town, like a big town, but it's be small to you guys, but it's a big-ish town for Australia, and we're like 20, 30 minutes from the main hub. And even where we are, we're around some farms and stuff, and it's nice and quiet and
It's
and
not
whatnot.
yellow.
Yeah, it's not. It's fucking yellow.
the piss-
Everything's
the
like chips.
piss-colored filter.
It is. It's so that, I'm glad that's not just me, because every time I get there, I was saying to my wife Claire the other day, we were at home, and I was hanging the washing out like any good husband should, and I was saying, I'm just I'm not looking forward to that part of America where it's just like you're wearing these. What's that sepia toned glasses?
Yep.
Like it's when you go
Sepia-toned,
outside. And it's very, very strange. But in answer to your question, people look down on America because they haven't been here and they don't know Americans, or they don't know the right Americans. And I think that's the difference. I've been lucky enough to meet a lot of really good Americans and some shit ones, no doubt. Some very mentally ill ones. I'm in the comedy world. It's
here.
part and parcel. It's good to see you. It's
Catching strays over here.
but yeah, I don't know. Anywhere you go in the world, everyone's exactly the same. They sound a little bit differently. The biggest one, and we were talking about this earlier, was the opinion that Australians, and probably the Brits as well, people from the UK and Britain, have on guns. And I'm someone who I was trying to get a gun license in Australia, not for any particular reason, and that's a big thing in Australia. You have to have a reason. Why do you want a gun? Well, I like guns. They're fun to shoot. And when I go on, I
I
tour
hate my neighbour.
Dingo ate me baby. You know what I mean? Like I like that.
It's a good
shit.
reason.
But you have to, for anything in Australia, the reason is why. Like I don't know what your rules are with local governments and councils and whatnot, but even to take a tree down to put a pool in, it's like thousands of dollars and like begging, and you got to get all these people to agree on it. It's crazy. Even with
on
mate,
your own property?
don't drop a tree down, mate.
Nico would hate it there.
Oh,
It's fucking
dude.
awful. It's ridiculous. Like I had to remove this giant gum tree, huge. It was like 30. It's a beautiful tree, but it was so close to my house, and my son's bedroom's like just there, and the tree's right. I'm like, fuck, man, I can't. Like, it gets windy. I start freaking out. So we got it down and then put a pool in because we're loaded, and a bunch of mad dogs.
My man.
And the amount of like jumping through hoops and all that shit, it was just absolutely crazy. But you have to beg to do things in Australia, like liquor licensing. You can't open a bar. I was saying this to Ben, my opener, who's off camera at the moment, Ben McLennan, hot bloke, about in Newcastle where I'm from. They were trying to open a gentleman's club. And, bottom level was just normal service at a bar. The next level up was like lingerie, and then it was like a strip club. And there were so many people that complained, this isn't right for Newcastle. They squashed the whole idea. Like, where is that freedom? And that's what a lot of Australians they feel like they're free, but they're really not. They don't have the ability to do what you guys can do here. And I think they're somewhat jealous of that. And this is just me, answering that question in a long rounded way and saying that I would like a gun.
We might know some people.
What? So like
I just asked you what your favorite meat was.
you apply for the firearms licensing. What firearms can you get? Is there a set amount you can get?
Okay, so
caliber
to be in Australia, everything's like there's no automatic weapons, none. They're all, I guess, this is how much I know about guns. When you have to like fucking do these ones.
So bolt action, lever action.
They're all. I don't even think you can get lever actions. Lever, not leather. Just trying to speak. It has to be bolt action. I've shot like on a mate's farm. I shot like a 50 cal. That was really cool. But that's the biggest gun that I was able to get. He was able to get that because he's got a giant property and it's for shooting. He said it was for deer, which I don't know if you want to send the deer into the fucking the ends of the earth, but
It'll do it.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Get the job done.
We were shooting his ex-partner's car, and it was like a mile away or whatever it was. But
He owned the car, yeah?
yeah.
Okay,
That was
yeah.
the same thing. I was
He
like,
bought it for her, put it up there because they broke up, or someone cheated. Who cares? And anyway, we were shooting it, and the crazy thing about a 50 cal, this giant round that's worth $10, $15, $20 each. I don't know what it is.
Here about 5, yeah.
Oh, everything, mate. I drive a Ram, right? That's what I drive. In Australia, they're like $170,000 to buy.
Jesus Christ.
dude, that's what's yes.
It's crazy. I
The
looked
trucks
at-
there are insanely.
I looked it up. It's like $60,000-$70,000 here for like a brand. If you buy from a dodgy dealer, but nonetheless, I couldn't believe it. I was blown away. Anyway, sorry, Rams on me mind. My father-in-law drove us to the airport and then took it back into my driveway and scraped the shit out of the side of it.
Oh, fuck.
I was so upset.
Fuck.
Did you wait for you to leave the country before he told you?
No, no, we found out there. But
so you drive a full-size truck. Like, there's not many full-size trucks over there like a Dodge Ram.
There's a lot more Rams and F-150s. F-150s, you used to be able to get them, but you'd have to import them yourself. Now they are being sold there. Rams, like, there's none of this, like, 4 tires at the back business. Like, that doesn't happen in Australia. The roads don't fit them. People look at you like you're a piece of shit. People look at me like that anyway, so I'm like, whatever, all good. But they don't know how to deal with it. They don't fit in car spaces. I mean, there's still big trucks, so maybe they don't do that here either. I scraped the shit out of mine going into a car park when I first got it because it's just not made for it. But yeah, they're starting to get everywhere, which is really, really cool. But on the firearm thing, you have to prove that you are, to get a handgun, you have to like go to a handgun like club like once every like three months or something. Like, you have to show your face and like get marked off the roll. Like, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah,
you have to be a part of the club. You have to store your weapon at the club. You have to shoot a certain amount of times a year. And for the rifle, you have to be either at a rifle club or have a farm sort of thing. But they have to be locked up. You can get random checks, all that type of stuff. And
there's a lot of stuff like that in Europe. And I think that's where like some of that comes down to is like it's just like the difference in idea in the role of government. Mm-hmm. Whereas here in the United States, like, it's a lot more like dangerous freedom, like the individual over a collective, like in the way it should be anyway. I'm not saying we're 100% like this anymore. Things deteriorate over time. But originally the idea was the government should be asking its people if the government is allowed to do something.
Yes.
Whereas in Europe or in Australia or a lot of these countries, like, the collectivist idea is like, I'm doing a thing, I should have to ask my government first. I want to put a pool in my backyard. I have to ask the government. I want to own a firearm, even though I live on a ranch and there's coyotes that just ate my Labrador. Like, I need to ask the government. It's just like that very different ideas on governance.
Well, with the weapons, it's ever since there was this shooting, a mass shooting in where was that? Port Arthur in Tasmania.
It was like the late 90s.
Yeah, 96.
No,
something like
96.
that.
Yeah.
Or 90, 92,
94,
96.
I think it's mid-2000s.
It was right before an election. Didn't have anything to do with it. And
That was the one where it was like a kids camp and dude went in and just, like, smoked a bunch of people.
Port Arthur itself is an old convict settlement where we went there last year. So
Much like the whole continent.
like the entire continent. And you go in there and there's all these old buildings and stuff, and it's like a historical place. So people were just there to go to the cafe and walk around and see the sights and all that type of stuff. And it's a cool little joint, look back at the 1800s, whatever. But yeah, so old mate walks in, and you're not allowed to question any of this story in Australia. Even me saying this now.
Or what?
Or you're in trouble, mate.
Like actual legal trouble?
No, not in legal trouble, which is...
Okay.
You just get, if you ever look at a conspiracy or even just question it, I always like to question absolutely everything. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's very good to have a healthy level of distrust with the official story. And even when you say words like official story, you sound like a fucking crazy person, but I say it all the time, so I'm very used to it. But politicians who have questioned any of the official story have been shut down. They've been, the media goes hard on them, almost like they all get a memo, like go after this person, whatever. Yeah. But the official story is this guy, real autistic, strange dude, which seems to be the flow of things when it comes to mass shootings. But this was a long time ago. He went out and I don't know the exact numbers, but maybe someone in the comments can go through and, have a look at this. But the headshot count was so high that people were just like, what? Like, he's just this random guy and he's hit all of these people. I think it was like 30-something deaths, something like that.
So it was April 1996, killed 35 people.
Right.
Yeah, and wounded 23.
So, yeah, he just unleashed. And I don't know what type of weapon he had.
What's this green Eli?
If I could read, I would be able to tell you.
Ag 1. I took that class in high school.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't take Corn 3.
Boom, we're talking about AG1. Or as Nick says, Ag 1.
Is it a multivitamin that combines your pre and probiotics?
Superfoods and antioxidants into one simple scoop.
Not amateur biotics, probiotics.
Them kids are dirty. Dude, the kids are running around with their little counterparts. They're touching hands with each other. They're getting dirty, so it's better to boost your immune system.
With Ag 1.
AG1. Ah, yummy.
You drank all that?
Yeah.
All right.
Heading into the holidays, it can be hard to maintain a balanced diet and give your body the nutrients it needs, which is why A1 comes in.
AG1.
Tomato.
Them kids is dirty.
AG1 is one of the easiest daily health habits you can start.
What a great New Year's resolution, Eli.
Brandon, what are yours other than taking AG1?
Well, if you take out Ag 1, that's all of my New Year's resolutions. That's all I want to do is I want to drink more of it.
They come in little packs or travel packs.
Show them the travel pack.
Hot dog style pack as opposed to the hamburger style pack.
Yeah, we use this for the live shows because when we are on the road or touring, hot dog or hamburger is very nice to carry around. Also, AG1 comes in multiple flavors. We have original,
Grass.
citrus, berry, and tropical.
And right now, AG1 has their best offer ever. If you head on over to drinkag1.com/unsubscribe, what do you get, Eli?
Well, you'll get the welcome kit, a morning person hat, a bottle of vitamin D3 plus K2, an AG1 flavor sampler, and you'll get to try their new sleep product, AGZ.
We're drinking it at night.
That's drinkag1.com/unsubscribe for $126 in free gifts.
For new subscribers.
Now, there's all these stories about people saying, and obviously, whenever there's a shooting, there's a million different stories that come out. I haven't researched it enough. I don't know anything about it. This is a joke. But there's all these people talking about they saw all these dudes like in sort of like blacked out military gear and all that type of stuff that day. And then other people are saying, oh no, he wasn't there. He was somewhere else. And then there's those other people that have been in prison with him and he's like, no, I did it. You know, I did it for this reason, whatever. So there's all these different stories.
Oh, so they didn't kill him?
He's alive still.
Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I'm sure Martin Bryan, his name is.
That's at least something we're pretty good at.
Yeah, taking him out. Yeah.
Well, what is it?
Why keep
Our
him
boy
alive?
has entered the chat.
I'm surprised that he's
Palazzo.
still...
Yeah, he's still there, surely. He'd be like, I don't know, what is he now? Like maybe 60 or something like that? I think it says there what he was 28 at the time. So he's really young. Like a loner, sort of like the age-old story with mass shooting.
Archetype, yeah.
Yeah. Like
He's 58.
Yeah. And he looked like it. Can you pull up one of the images? Yeah. No, that's him now. Have a look at him when it happened. He looks like a fucking scary dude. Like, look at that. Imagine that guy coming at you with a bloody anything.
Wait,
coming at you.
Did he have girl hair?
Yeah.
Huh. That's wild.
Well, I don't believe in gender, so that's unfortunate you'd bring
You have
that up.
tits too there?
No. I think it's his...
It's a frumpy shirt.
yeah, frumpy shirt. I didn't realize it was that high of a number.
It was huge. And then so right at the election, the Prime Minister coming in, John Howard, or he was running, or he was, whatever it was, he was elected in 96, he banned guns. There was a big amnesty, like everyone's handing guns in and stuff. And so the conspiracy theorists of the world would be like, hey, well, is this a false flag? What is this? Or did it really happen? Or is it or maybe it did happen and they're sort of just going, hey, well, this is a great chance to, get the guns. Or maybe they're just really nice politicians and they wanted to help people out.
Yeah, I don't want to misappropriate the quote or misattribute the quote. I think it was Rahm Emanuel. Was it never let a good crisis go to waste? So
That's
just like,
it.
hey, that's the opportunity. It was just like in New Zealand with the Christchurch shooting.
Yeah, there's another one.
Very similar situation.
Yeah, and they take those moments and they run with them. COVID was, shit, let's get right into all of that shit.
Sure.
That,
You fucking preach, brother. Like, let's go for it.
man, the amount of people who still wear masks in Australia is hilarious, for one.
We see that still.
How many? Like,
Oh.
what percentage would you say?
I don't go out, for starters. I don't. But you go to a city and there's people, less now, but like 2 or 3 years after, like there was still people, like normal people. I saw a lady like in a car by herself recently with one on, like a white lady too. It wasn't an Asian. Asians have been doing that forever. Like, Chinese, Japanese people.
They'd do that anytime they were sick, like even with a common cold. That was very natural.
That makes, if I had some sort of viral flu or something, it makes sense. Wear a mask, okay? It's a nice thing to do.
Yeah. Or if you got like a weakened immune system, you're going through
Sure.
some sort of chemotherapy or whatever
Yeah.
it is. Like, okay, well that tracks.
Even now,
Makes
if you've got a
sense.
vomiting bug or something, throw a mask on, bro. Yeah. It's all good.
We We have an Aussie friend who he went out into the middle of a park. He went out to a baseball field. No one was around for hundreds of meters. And he lays down and he's kind of chilling. He takes a nap, wakes up. This is during COVID. And there's Aussie police standing over him. Yeah. And they're like, you went past your time of being outdoors. You can't be out this long.
So looking back at all of that with retrospect, how scary of a situation is that when you consider that the death rate was very low, infection rate very high, death rate very low. Imagine if the death rate was high, or they could really bung it on, so to speak, or put it on sort of thing. If you know what bung it on means.
We had bung. We
bung.
We're learning
Zach
new
Bryan
words
sings a
right
good
now.
song.
We bung. Poor Benny, my opener Ben, he was walking this morning through, we're in San Antonio at the moment, and he's walking, this lady stands at the front and stares at him, and Ben goes, "G'day, how you going?" And she ran inside, and I was like, she didn't hear what you said. You just out there going, "Rah, rah, rah." Like, you terrified this poor bitch.
Shouted gibberish.
You can't. I said, you got to start talking slower, mate.
She was laughing over here. She was like, I understand that.
But yeah, it's COVID was crazy, and yeah, people were there was a dude arrested. I mean, there's a famous vision of this guy being arrested on a beach. We went or maybe not arrested, but let off the beach, which is same thing. All right, arrested, let off by police. If they're infringing on your freedoms as a human being to move throughout time and space, then that's enough. But during that time, you can't do that. It's madness. And I was originally with the jab. I made a video saying this is a great idea. We should all get it, right? And then people still hammer me about that. They're like, you were a pro at the start. I was like, I was. I assumed it was all sweet. I assumed it was like all the other ones that I was sweet with beforehand. And now every we've got a 2-year-old. We had to talk to doctors about different things and ask questions about different sort of injections and stuff. And man, they just go, nah, no questions. I trust it. I'd do it to my kids. That's what they said. And I don't know, man. It's there's a lot. The mistrust that I now have and it's not individual people in the government. It's this collective. It's this absolute power that people have when they're in a group, and they don't see the individual person. They see you as a number or whatever. They look at you like you're an underling because they've been, projected into this position. And they just make decisions for you because they know better and they don't give a shit.
And it's to advance their career. Yeah. It's not out of any concern for you. I've seen how they run a fucking DMV. I wouldn't trust them with jack shit. I wouldn't trust them to cut my grass.
Yeah,
anyone's been in the government or worked or did something alongside it, I've never met somebody. It's like, yeah, dude, that's so efficient.
Especially
great things.
Like military team guys.
Oh, dude.
You want to see motherfuckers who don't trust the government?
Yeah.
Ask any of those dudes. Any the old school SF boys. My God.
Well, the government's played with their life.
And
probably still does in many different ways. They've held them like this, like a puppet.
Dude, the first time I was ever introduced to Alex Jones was when I was working. The first time I started working around SEALs back in 2009. Dude, they don't like the government very much.
Yeah, I get it. And as I've gotten older, you sort of turn into your dad or a father figure, but perhaps if you don't have a dad, you turn into those people. You look at how they were when you were a kid, and they're all old and bitter, and they have government, and you're young, and you're like, oh, come on, they don't. And then you get older, and you're like, you fucking government, you're right.
Shane Gillis has that bit where he's like, it happens. I have early onset Republican.
Yeah.
Wake, he's like, I'll be sitting there watching World War II documentaries to go to sleep. Like, oh shit, this is how it happens.
100%. Not to bring Open and Ben up again. He fell asleep on the plane yesterday watching World War II documentaries. He's 2 years older than me.
It's how it happens.
I'm like, what the dude, what are you doing?
Early onset Republican, dude.
I love that shit. And I've become more right-wing as I've gotten older. And even Claire, my wife, who not talking shit, but a sheltered upbringing, very protective parents and that type of stuff. And now she's just like, fuck. She's anti this, and she's like, nah. She's like, fuck this. She's sharing Trump memes all the time. It's hilarious. Her dad wears a MAGA hat to the shops. Make America Great Again. He lives in fucking Australia. What are you talking about?
I remember, I grew up as a skateboarder. Hated cops. They chased us off of our skate parks and stuff, our skate spots.
Yeah.
And then I became a cop. It was like, oh my God, people are shitty as
They are.
Like some of these laws should be enforced.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you see as a cop the worst of people, and then you have to deal with some dickhead, skating or they're grinding a rail, as I've always attempted to do when I was a kid. And you use the old wax candle to try and. I was a fat kid. I didn't do anything.
Wax on it.
I was fucking hopeless. But and then you have to deal with that. You're dealing with a in the morning and some dumb kid in the afternoon. Like how do you do that? And how do you do that and not be a prick? Like that's got to be hard. You got to,
I don't know if you want to get into it, but some of those like specific cases where you had to deal with something like fucking horrific, and then the very next call is some Karen arguing about trash cans.
Yeah. This one drunk dude just like ran over this baby and smeared him all over the fucking road. Like mom was pushing a stroller across the street and he was looking at his cell phone. He looked up, smeared this baby all over the road, like took it out of his mother's arms, like done. Kid's done, baby spaghetti. And then like the next call, I've got some old rich white bitch who's like, my neighbor's trash can is in front of my house. And you just got like, yeah, okay, I'll handle that for you. Thank you for calling.
Yeah.
That's a hard one. That's such a switch. That's why I've said it multiple times. I would never want to, like a war, you're just there the entire time. Your checkout is, you're still with your guys, you feel protected, blah, blah, blah. As a police officer, you deal with that and then you go immediately home to your family. So there's...
And do you work in the area too that you live in?
Dude. Yeah.
And then so where that poor baby was, you drive past that when you're not in uniform as well?
Yeah, man. I work that side of town.
And so that's how, like, I don't know how you deal with that. Like, obviously it's a strong-willed human being to deal with shit like that, and not to suck your dick on camera.
No, it was...
That's for Patreon.
But I will. But while singing Zach Bryan songs.
Well, then you got some cops that'll kick you off a fucking beach during COVID, Brandon.
Yeah.
Oh my God. COVID was just such a scary glimpse into exactly how much people will cooperate.
That's why everyone was a Nazi in Germany, so to speak. You know what I mean? It's why they existed.
Me and Brandon were on this like beautiful beach in South Carolina during like the height of COVID. And we're just like chilling on the beach.
It was during the summer of love because it was when Charleston was actively burning, if you recall.
Yeah, because someone died of a heroin overdose. But we were just like chilling out there on the beach, and this cop comes by and is like, "You can't be here. There's restrictions." And me and Brandon are just like,
Jesus.
What the fuck?
Over a loudspeaker. We are the only ones on this beach, like as far as the eye can see.
But people were scared. They thought everyone was going to die because they saw everyone in China dropping. Do you remember that? Like people were like walking out in body bags full.
Do you remember like that
the
fucking
body bag thing was wild.
The Resident Evil looking fucking footage of like Chinese dudes with MP5s going into apartment buildings.
Like Umbrella Corporation coming in.
Yeah.
They were like, those like plastic tubes in rooms.
They're spraying from the streets out of trucks, all like hand sanitizer or whatever.
That's what we were being shown in the early days.
And now it's here, and you want to go to the beach?
Yeah.
The fuck's wrong with you?
But this was like this is in like June, I think, right?
Yeah.
Like this is like way after everybody's like, oh. And like, don't get me wrong, there were a lot of deaths, but a lot of those too. Some of them were natural, but some of them were just because like we were putting people on ventilators.
That was the wrong thing to do. No one knew.
It was so sporadic. To my understanding of this, again, I'm not a doctor. I just talked to a lot of them, but like this, they didn't know what internal lung pressure to keep these people on, because what would save somebody would kill another. Okay. So a lot of the ventilators, or the ventilators were actually what was killing people, is the treatment, not necessarily the disease. Yeah. There's conventional wisdom, and it just didn't fucking work for this one.
Yeah, and people were dying of comorbidities as well. And that was a huge one. That was kept up in the, and we'll talk about the gun crime statistics beforehand. I just walked in here talking about guns. Guns, give me a gun. But how many of those are, but they're still, put in the same realm of gun deaths, and then that number's spread overseas or into your own communities, and people are like, there's fucking Americans with guns, they're all crazy. I work because I've said a lot of horrible things on stage, jokes about things that you shouldn't joke about, all that type of stuff. I have security every show, right? I have my own personal security. These guys, they do the UFC, the Sultan of Brunei, and me.
Nice.
It's a bit ridiculous. Like, obviously, the UFC, hectic security, heaps of fans. The Sultan of Brunei, very important, heaps of money, and then just me, just walking through the shop in a community because I'm there to tell dick jokes. But they're all ex-military, ex-police, all good people, and people I trust. And these are people who, if they were in America, they'd have guns. A lot of them actually spend time here and own guns here in other people's sort of collections or whatever. One of them hooked me up with the Austin police. He's got an uncle. He's like, my uncle said you can do a ride along with him. I was like, okay, cool.
Fucking should, man.
Yeah, I would like to do it. I'm a bit like,
I couldn't imagine doing a ride along in Austin.
I know that's of all the places I'd be like, if I'm Austin, I'd be like,
is it just 6th Street, just homeless people you're dealing
I was
with
about
all
to say
day?
it's fucking homeless people and then drunk people on 6th Street.
guess what? It is the fight no one saw coming. I actually didn't see Paul fighting Joshua. Period. I'm surprised he took.
Also,
that fight.
nobody asked for it.
That is true.
I don't know who the other guy is, frankly.
I showed you him knocking people out. He's the one that killed Nuganu.
He killed him?
Killed him.
He's dead?
Yep.
Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua live on Netflix December 19th.
Two worlds collide in the ring, and DraftKings Sportsbook has the entire event covered.
Bet on every round, every punch, and every knockout moment.
With live betting and fast payouts, you're always ringside for the action. I was looking at the wrong camera.
And I will be betting on Anthony Joshua for a knockout, hopefully in round 1 or 2. I think he knocked out Nuganu in round 2, right?
New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll instantly get an extra $200 in bonus bets when you use code UNSUB.
That's code UNSUB.
Code UNSUB.
In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem?
Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467369.
In Connecticut, help is available for your gambling problem. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly.
On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, pass-through per wager tax money may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario.
Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.com/audio. Limited time offer.
well, my first impression of 6th Street, we'll drive into the comedy mothership. I was going there with some friends and all that type of stuff. And, we were driving in there. I'd been in Austin for 10 minutes, whatever. And there was just this lady injecting heroin or whatever.
On the side, in the alley.
Oh my God. Yeah.
It's crazy. I was just like...
We went and did our first live show. Nick had never even been to Austin. His first experience, we pull up to our live show, and in the alley, there's people doing drugs.
Isn't that crazy?
and naked.
It's worse.
And then we're doing our live show. It's where Kill Tony used to do
The Vulcan. They're
It was
playing
the Vulcan.
the
It was
Vulcan.
the
Yeah, I'm
Vulcan.
gonna be the Vulcan, yeah.
And so we had like 30 people in line just waiting to get into our live show. And so me and Nick were like, "Hey, dude, you want to grab a beer?" And Nick's like, "Yeah, let's grab a beer and go outside and talk to him." And so me and him, we have our beers and we just walk out onto the street and we're just like kind of talking to people. The cops come by and they're like, "You can't drink out here right now. You can't have your beers out here." Me and Nick look over and there's someone shooting up heroin like right beside us. And we're just looking at the cop like, yeah, all right, yes, officer. All right, I'm fine.
Yeah.
We'll just go back inside and drink
That
our
was the
beers.
priority, was to get you guys out of there drinking piss.
And it says like, that lady's fine. Continue what you're doing.
That was, and I was like a little schoolboy in the headlights. I was like, oh, she's doing drugs. And I've been around drugs. Like when I played rugby league growing up, so it's sort of like rugby, but a lot faster, right?
Big heroin users.
Big
Yeah,
heroin
huge
users,
in the heroin
right?
scene.
You got to get your weight down. Now the
strung out team.
Yeah, actually, I used to play football with a guy who used to make this Gatorade before a game that had speed in it, and he'd put, I don't know how much speed, I remember him making a tackle
really
with his
good.
face once, and he didn't react, and I was like, man, this guy's so tough, but he's off his fucking head. But he was tough as nails, great player, good dude, but just
On meth.
And I was just in there. I might have
Work
a
for
couple
the
of
Germans.
coffees. Yeah, exactly. Right, full blitzkrieg, just straight through the line.
That's like the opposite of heroin, though. It's just like, and hot hike.
The lean, they just stay in position.
The fentanyl.
They just walk around that line.
You're like, "Oh fuck, we're fighting the zombies again."
It's in slow-mo. Oh, nope, they're just paused.
But I was 18 or 17 or 18. And it was Mad Monday, the day after your last game of the year. Everyone drinks all day. It was called Mad Monday, and one of the boys turned up with a bag of like 200 ecstasy pills, and he just walks in, and I was like 17, 18, fresh out of school, and I was just like, oh, Jesus Christ, what the is this? So I was like pretty used to drugs and that. I was never a big drug guy. Still am not. But
Kids usually do that.
yeah, right. So I'm 32 now, and this was back in the day. So I imagine they're all off their heads still.
But now you
these
get to
blokes.
see somebody doing heroin live
But yeah,
on the street.
there's something about that needle where you're just like, that's commitment. You know, I was on peptides for a while, and I felt like a junkie just doing it. You know, and I wasn't even on the good shit.
It's so true. That is like the line for me is the nose or the needle. I'm like, man, that's a
The nose is one
commitment.
thing.
Like, I'm like, man, that would be terrifying.
Yeah, fucking
Even that, like piercing your skin.
Yeah,
is that's a barrier to entry.
Yeah.
Literally.
And it should be. It should be. If you have to pierce your skin, like even like when I first, I went on a keto diet back like 5 or 6 years ago. I'm a very big fan of the keto diet. I have this weird neurological condition where I lose control of my head and my neck. It's called paroxysmal dyskinesia. Anyway, PKD for short, if anyone wants to write that down.
How do you set that off?
So what it is, and you may notice sometimes when I'm talking to people, I blink with one eye or wink. Like, I'm not trying to fuck you. Well, I am trying to fuck you, but I'm not trying to fuck you. Like,
not at that moment.
I'm not trying to give that, yeah. And it's basically me sort of like just centering my eyesight because that's one of my triggers. And anyway, I lose control of my head and my neck. Like I'm trying to look behind me. Like my eyes like fling around like that. And it goes on for like 30 seconds. It's related to epilepsy and migraines. Happens very rarely. But where was I going with this?
I was just asked what
Drugs.
What was
Drugs.
your favorite food?
drugs, yeah.
And so, were we?
I think so. We were talking about like barrier to entry.
We'll be right back.
Kind of like heroin usage and stuff like that.
Yeah, no. So I got it from being on heroin for I started heroin last time I was in Austin, and it
Turns out it's everywhere.
That's why I'm back.
Welcome to Unsub, where you have felons and junkies on.
He's just here like,
Have you ever thought, because you often have very famous people or, you know, people with great stories, maybe a junkie or a heroin user, just to ask those sort of questions?
dude, we're JD.
It's the
is
same
my
reason you don't do it in football. Is you? So what was it like when you first started?
JD talks
riveting.
about it all the anytime he's been on, he's very open about that. And this guy has 58 felonies.
Wow.
Yeah, JD has a fucking laundry list of everything, and he admits to it, and then he atoned for that. That's one of the big switches. He's like, no, I was even trying to figure out how to get out of my last sentencing, and then my lawyer and friend at the time said, hey, how has that worked in the past? And he's like, oh, I need to take accountability. And then he's like, hey, I did that, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. And then the judge gave him, okay, hey, you can just do house arrest and probation. But if you fuck up again, like,
You're gone.
yeah, you're done.
Dude's been clean for years. Great guy, and like talks to other people who are going through shit like that, and like kind of works with rehabilitation.
And that's
stuff
such an
like that.
important part for people who are in that position right there to see that there is some light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Like I know a lot of people who are like in those positions and they're like, you know, there's no way out. And just for someone to give you the knowledge that there is a way out of this, or even if you do it
hope.
unconsciously.
It's giving that individual hope because
Yeah,
it is,
that's
oh,
huge.
look how far I've fallen. I can't possibly get out of this situation. And then you have a JD who's like, I have 58 felonies. You have 0.
Do you think
I
that-
assure you can fall way further down this.
Do you think there's a way, there's a place where it is impossible to get back out of? Like you said, these people stuck in like a K-hole or
with children.
that's
No, I more mean
That's there's no
100%.
coming back from that.
No,
I'm sorry.
I
like-
more mean like the homeless people you see who are just, you know, out of it.
I mean, sure, there's probably a point where you've done so much damage to your brain,
Sure.
where like you're not able
You can't
to be a
physically do it.
functioning member of society anymore. But that's way down that rabbit hole.
I think
would
there.
assume.
Yeah, I think you have a lot of. As long as you try and you really dedicate yourself, you can come back from a lot. Look at fucking Robert Downey Jr. when he was
Yeah.
on his tirade of drugs and running from cops and shootouts. You're like, holy shit, that's Iron Man.
I mean, look at Steve-O.
Yeah, Steve-O.
Like
Fuck.
shit, like the just the crazy amounts of drug use and stuff like that, and like still able to just clean.
Also, like a lot of the homeless people, they're homeless because they choose to be homeless. Every state, every county, every city has social programs.
But they have to run by the rules, that type of stuff.
That's what it
to
is.
get you, to
You
get
can't have
you
your
a
dog,
house.
you can't have this, you can't have alcohol, which that's got to be hard. You know, if you're out on the street and your dog's your only friend, but they can't go into a shelter with you. I get it. I get that it's got to be tough to let that go, but I guess you got to.
Well, that's a small case. Like the dog thing's a small case. A lot of them just like they fucking love what they're addicted to, and they
Sure.
They just they
It's
love
like-
that lifestyle.
We'll give you 3 meals a day. We'll give you a place to sleep. We'll give you this. We'll give you some programs. you just have to pass a drug test every 2 weeks, and they're like, all right, I'm out.
Yep.
That's as easy as it is. It's really shitty. Like it's shitty that they're that.
Or it's a
far
mental
down that, but-
mental illness too, where they just want to be out on the streets, and it is something you can't get around. I mean, there's a homeless vets is a very large thing, but they have these opportunities to do other stuff, and I think it's been shown. It's like, oh yeah, we offered help. They just
because it would be completely different if there wasn't programs available.
yeah.
Yeah, you'd be like,
that would
why
be-
aren't you helping these people?
Right.
Even though that is probably the conversation anyway. Why aren't you helping these people? But yeah, you have to have some sort of self, motivation to better oneself. That has to be there. And I guess
Nobody can do it for you.
No, but there's this is, and I don't know, how old all you dudes are, but so I'm a millennial, I guess. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm a millennial. The Gen Z people, those people, they're coming up with this whole attitude of I deserve this, this, and this. And I've employed a couple of them. And I don't know how good, or how good your editing is, but they are the biggest that have ever lived on this fucking earth. Like, they are the worst people. I had an editor, right? He was working at a smoke store, like selling a tobacco store. And he was making, a couple $100 a week. I don't know how much you get paid at a smoke store. And I said, he was a good editor, really good at his job. But I said, how much do you want, mate? Come to me with an offer. Prove to me that you are a really good worker, yada, yada, yada. And he goes, I want, and it worked out to be $250K a year. I was like, you're off your are you serious? He goes, yeah, I think that's what I'm worth. And me being the very intelligent human being I am, I hired him, but not for that much. And he ended up screwing me over. He's but I've had that with other people too. They just they have this, I deserve this because I've done this, I deserve that. And I think that's going to lead to enormous amounts of mental illness, which will lead to maybe it is a mental illness, enormous amounts of people homeless, on drugs, addicted to pain pills, addicted to alcohol, addicted to cigarette, whatever. They're all just going to find themselves finding some sort of addiction will find them, or they'll find it, and that will be the trajectory of their life because they are so dependent on this outside source of, what's the word? Validation. And they need it, and they feel like they deserve it, and they have to keep having it.
That dopamine hit.
Yeah, the dopamine. They're all deprived of it if they're not on their phone or if they're not doing this. And I guess we're all guilty of that to some extent. But
All right, get off of the dark thing that we've been talking about. I want to talk about Australia and cinema. Have you watched Mr. In Between?
Oh, yeah.
no. Oh, Mr. No, I have, yes. Sorry, I thought you said mystery in between.
No, Mr. In Between.
I think that's
Sorry.
Zach Bryan.
My southern,
The mystery in between.
No, I have seen
Come
Mr. In
In
Between. He's great. He's a great actor. I actually watched most of it on TikTok because some dude was putting up all of the clips.
The little clips from it.
And I was just I think it's one of a very few shows to go quite viral from just TikTok sort of thing.
It was, dude. I forget who was the one. Yeah,
You showed it to me years ago.
it was like, holy shit, this is the best portrayal of just a dark comedy. The acting, you just feel like you're living the moment with what is going on, and you're just there for the ride.
Shout out to our boy
hilarious.
fucking Scott Ryan.
Yeah, Scott Ryan.
I almost said Sean Ryan. Wrong guy.
Wrong one. Because you showed it to me, and then I hit him up on Instagram, and me and Brandon had like a 2-hour phone call with him.
Yeah.
Just talking about the show and all sorts of stuff.
He is incredibly interested in the JFK shooting.
Okay.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was definitely a big topic of discussion. Is the conspiracy behind the JFK assassination?
So do you know? Okay, you know the main actor in that.
Yeah.
He wrote, directed. That's
Lee Harvey Oswald. Oh,
yeah. But the actor, he did all of it.
He did it all. Wow. Okay.
And he was offered, hey, we'll give you X amount of money for another season, a
Right.
fourth season. He's like,
Yeah.
no, I'm good.
Really?
He's like, that's how I wanted to finish the story. And he stuck
well, no,
to-
because it's not finished. I think he wanted to do another season.
No shit.
like-
I read the.
They were doing it to like another network, and he like disagreed with the way they wanted to run it or how they wanted to do it. I think, but it wasn't finished yet.
No shit.
It was Disney Plus, wasn't it?
I don't know if it
He
was
was like, no, you're not touching my fucking
We're gonna make
story.
you gay and black.
It's a weird switch for season 4.
Congratulations, you're now being played by Lizzo.
Brandon, do you need not?
One more time, you got this,
Brandon,
buddy.
can you? Brandon, do you?
Almost
like
there, bud.
Brandon,
Where do you store your firearms?
All over my house, in every fucking crevice.
Well, do I have the product for you, Nick? Show 'em.
Here, hand it to me, Brandon, so I can show you. Brandon, this is STOPBOX.
STOPBOX.
We love box.
You're selling me.
What's in the box?
You have to open it and find out.
All right, well, let's see if I can do this. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Oh, it
That
didn't
was
stop
easy.
you.
Can I hide my goop in that?
You can hide your goop in that, Cody. Cody, do you know why I love this thing?
Why?
Why?
Why, God, why?
Because you don't have to use keys.
Gun not included.
Cody, you've got multiple cats in your house, including Squirt, who's quite the scrapper. Mm-hmm. Would you want Squirt to have access to your firearms?
No, he's violent.
Well, then STOPBOX is the perfect product for you. No cat's getting inside that.
Or people without thumbs. The nice part is it is actually TSA compliant.
I didn't actually know that part until a couple months ago. That is actually really cool. You just put a little lock through there.
Exactly.
When you're checking a pistol or any gun, if there's a hole that a lock can go through on whatever you're checking your gun in, you have to put a lock through that. This has one hole, so you just need one lock, easily accessible once you land on the ground.
I know you're not normally a one-hole kind of guy, but this is definitely an exception to the rule.
And never worry about tariffs because everything is sourced right here in the USA.
Wait, what are tariffs?
Like, I'm pretty sure I shot a few of them.
For a limited time only, get 10% off your entire order if you use code unsubscribe at checkout.
And right now, if you buy one STOPBOX, you're going to get another STOPBOX free. So that's 10% off plus buy one, get one free when you use code unsub at checkout.
That's StopBoxUSA.com.
Discover a better way to balance security and readiness with StopBox.
StopBoxUSA.com. Use code unsubscribe.
There's another great show. There was like 10 seasons of this show, and each season is based on a different time period. But Underbelly, I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
I've never heard of it.
But the first season of Underbelly is about the Melbourne crime families sort of thing in the late 90s, early 2000s, and about a lot of hits that happened and that type of stuff.
An Australian crime
is that Aussie
organization?
based?
Yeah.
I wouldn't, yeah.
What'd you say, bro?
Oh, that's an Aussie based? Like,
Yeah. So it was all in Melbourne about the Carlton crew and this guy called, what was his name? It's been a long time since I've watched it, but really, really good. Highly recommend it. The rest of the ones went back a little bit further in history, so they're all more period pieces, and they were good, but the Australian film industry's fucking AIDS, all right? It's just terrible. You have to, it has been,
It's a 10 years, so this is based off of a whole
that dude at the front
story.
there is Vince Colosimo, and he's a great actor. He's just an Italian dude. But the Italian dude who has been in the film industry in Australia for a long time, he's very, very good. But to get funding in Australia to do any sort of filming, you have to, tick the boxes. I did like a documentary series where I went out and did ghost hunts and went looking for Bigfoot and
In Australia?
or the Yowie. The Aboriginal people in Australia have the story of the Yowie.
No
like,
shit.
Like every Indigenous peoples have their own story, which points to the whole Gigantopithecus.
Is that like the
and that type of
Nephilim?
shit? Sorry,
the Nephilim?
Like so,
Everybody's got like, oh,
Their
big
own
off
story.
hairy guy.
yeah, they've
literally.
all got their own story, which points to
Yeti,
the whole
Bigfoot.
idea that there has to be something, right? But the Yowie is the Australian version.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, so we went looking for that, and we found these guys who, this one guy, I can't remember his name, Dan or Dave. It's not important at all, but I just feel bad. But he was this older dude, seemed heaps legit, and he was telling us about his Yowie sighting. And it was up in the Glass House Mountains in the Sunshine Coast, this beautiful area right on the beach, gorgeous.
You made those
And-
words up.
Right? Doesn't it sound like ChatGPT wrote it? And we went looking, and he goes, I saw my first Yowie sighting. He was there, and he just come out of the trees, and I'm convinced he's an interdimensional being. And just this random dude, he started to talk about interdimensional beings. Actually, you know what? Fuck all that. Earlier,
All that.
we'll talk about Yowie soon. Right? Earlier, we meet this guy who's got a haunted doll. He's a part of the Yowie
Haunted
crew.
doll?
Yeah, haunted doll.
Okay, like a Annabelle kind of.
Yeah, it was more of like a picture of a wooden, almost like a Pinocchio looking doll, but without like the nose. It just looked horrifying, right?
I like that.
But it's
And-
haunted.
Haunted, and it kept like beating his wife.
Oh, yeah, that's what was doing it.
Yeah. So
Honey, what happened?
Make sure you put on your helmet that
listen,
you can't see on at night.
I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but I do have a theory.
There was a second shooter. Is that what you're saying? Somebody check the grassy knoll.
Honey, is your bag on? And they just beat the shit out of her. Oh, the ghost is here again, man.
The ghost only visits when dinner's burnt.
So he's telling us.
Some people's kids, man.
And he's telling us this story, and he's showing us photos of his wife's black eyes and all this type of stuff. And she's there. She's next to us, and we're all going, oh, no.
It's so hard to be like,
I'm so sorry. And she's there, like, she was off her head on something. I don't know if it was, like, she looked like pain pills or something like that. Like, she was just out of it or drunk or I don't know. But, yeah, he kept showing us these videos. And then he showed these videos. He'd have, like, this live stream. And he'd, like, zoom through it, like, you know, on his phone. And he'd show, yeah, look, it moved. See that? It moved. It's like,
As he's in the background.
yeah.
I imagine the little doll on top of her at night with his limp little arms, just like doing that on top of her.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if
Just
you know this
ground and
about
pound.
mass, but
He's doing it again.
So, yeah, that
the bruises are weirdly not the size of the doll's hands.
yeah.
it's like,
This giant fucking black eye.
4.
Just his little floppy arms.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Yeah, just little sticks.
So you called the police.
So I didn't have my phone. There was no reception. There was a lot of other reasons I didn't call the police. Had nothing to do with me. But he was showing this in front of like a huge group of people. So don't blame me. But yeah, it was different. And we didn't find the Yowie, but we definitely found a
Domestic violence.
Yeah.
allegedly. And
Fucking abuser.
and yeah. No, well, the old backhanded doll. Yeah, it's not good. But yeah, that was cool. We'll be right back.
I just like this is like my wife.
You know what I would like to
Just
see
angry.
while we're talking about like Australian cinema and stuff like that. I don't know if this has ever been done, but I would love to see it if it has.
Yes.
If it hasn't been, somebody needs to jump on it. I would love to see a really well-made movie about Ned Kelly.
So there is one. Have you seen
Is it? No, I have not.
Okay.
That's why I brought it up. I didn't know if that was a thing.
There is a great movie from early 2000s. It's got who's in it? Let me pull up me.
So for those who don't know Ned Kelly, it's basically, to my understanding, which is very limited understanding, is basically like the Australian Jesse James to a degree.
Yeah. So 2003. It's got Heath Ledger playing Ned Kelly.
No shit.
I recommend this movie to everyone, and it's got Orlando Bloom in it as well, playing one of his brothers.
God damn.
It is a great movie. I actually based a tour trailer off that where I was dressed as Ned Kelly.
No shit.
Yeah.
So do you know the whole Ned Kelly thing?
I do not know.
Okay, sorry.
So at the very end, like the thing he's famous for, and they still have it in a museum, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I've seen it.
He has a, that's so
Saw where he was hung and everything in old
shit.
Melbourne jail where he was hung. I've seen his suit of armor. It's in the.
Yep.
He's like Iron Man.
He built a metal suit to have a shootout with the cops.
I'll show you a photo.
Like, and this is in the late 1800s.
Wait.
Editor, pull up that metal suit because it's fucking insane. Pull up like the actual one in the museum, and then like the paintings of him.
That's
doing
not
the
him.
shootout
That's a
with the
giant
cops.
statue.
So
It's a
he was
weird
just
thing to
this
show you, but-
Crazy f***ing outlaw like Jesse James is in America.
That's his
Or-
actual suit.
Yeah.
That's the one that I saw in Melbourne.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's got
fucking
like
rad.
would it be musket balls or I
Yeah,
guess
he
from
took
back
one
in
to
the
the
day?
gut there that went through, I think.
Yeah, they might have had mini balls by that time. What is it?
1860s maybe thereabouts, 1830s. I don't know.
Dude, that art.
It's cool, eh? So he's like a folklore hero because even though he killed police officers and stuff like that, he was like they were all sort of treated badly at the time by the police and poor white people. I feel that. I feel I get treated badly by the police because of the color of my skin. But
It's
they
kind of
were
like
all
Robin Hood type.
yeah, and so Ned Kelly, I'm pretty sure Benny, I Scottish. He was Scottish, I'm pretty sure. Irish. And so the English were the coppers.
Yeah, fucking show over there, like, hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so all the English treat
God, they moved halfway across the world to still shoot the British.
Exactly. But the British were horrible people to the Irish and the Scottish, taking them over for years, the potato famine, all that type of
I
stuff.
heard there were some troubles over this.
Yeah, well, that's the Irish and the Irish. Yeah, Irish and the Irish first. Well, the English, it's a whole thing.
Irish, yeah, he was Irish.
IR something. I can't remember the term.
He was Irish, right?
Yep.
What year was it? He died in 1860. Fuck, I nailed that. 1860s. Go Butterfield.
His father died in 1866.
1879, I think, was the armor thing.
He
Right,
died.
but
Yeah,
pretty fucking
1880 is when he died at age 25. He built that shit in.
Yeah. So the
All right,
Glen
he
Rowan,
wasn't Iron Man. It was, he bent some steel.
Yeah, he was,
Yeah.
yeah.
and he had metal floating around on his body, and he used this iron core thing.
To protect his heart
Yeah,
from the metal,
It was crazy, ahead of his time.
but not Iron Man.
So at the Glen Rowan
His
Hotel,
steam-powered suit.
Kelly built this in a cave with a box of scraps.
The loudest Iron Man suit, steam powered. Oh, the autisms love it.
Oh my god.
so that tastes like shit. So it's tequila. Why am I drinking tequila?
Tequila smash. Ugh.
So the story is great. The story's great. The shootout happens at the Glen Rowan Hotel, I think, off the top of my head. And he robs the banks on the way, all on horse, and it lives out in the bush. He's hiding from everyone. And there's all these tales of different sort of bush rangers and stuff living up and down the coasts of Australia at this time. But he has this shootout with all these police. They bring in this South African, almost like a general, to take him down. And they've got all these outrageous rewards for his capture. They all want him dead, and he runs out. His brother's dying, the gunfight. He runs out with his suit of armor on, shooting at the police. It's just like a mad story of man versus government, that type of thing. Against the man.
You always have these cool stories of the Robin Hoods, the Jesse James is like the American equivalent, I would think. And then, but Ned Kelly's is so interesting because you cap it off. Like, you have all these stories that, obviously they've been hyperbolized over the years and stuff like that. Added stories to it that may or may not have happened or probably didn't happen that way.
Yeah.
But then Ned fucking Kelly caps it off with this legendary gunfight with that suit of armor is just so unique.
Yeah, people love it. And that movie, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but it's good.
I've never heard of this guy.
Yeah.
Really?
Before. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever heard this story.
That's really cool.
Do you know? Okay, could you guess what movie?
Iron Man.
I'm a young man. It's like 1999. My dad's cooking breakfast on a Saturday morning. This comes up on Spike TV. It's my first introduction to Australia. Cowboy movie.
A cowboy movie?
Yeah.
I already know.
You already know? Quigley Down Under.
Yep.
Never heard of it.
That long shot,
What?
the
No.
fucking shooting the jug or whatever.
You've never heard of Quigley Down Under?
No.
That was
Is that
the,
like Outback Steakhouse? Like no one in Australia has ever...
that was the first time I've ever heard of Australia.
Yeah, right. No, we there's no Quigleys.
They hire this old cowboy guy to go down and shoot
Tom
Aborigines.
Selleck.
Yeah,
It was
the
Tom Selleck,
Tom
dude.
Selleck, dude.
Oh my god.
They hire him to shoot Aborigines.
It looks like a...
It has fucking Alan Rickman's in it.
Yeah,
Oh,
Rickman's
wow.
the bad guy.
Yeah,
in it.
fuck.
Rickman's the
forgot.
bad guy in it. It's like it's a large Western.
Yeah, right. Well, that's there's a lot of great Australian movies, but no, I haven't seen that. Well, there's a couple of good Australian movies. Not a lot.
But he's using a Sharps 52 buffalo rifle.
I thought you were going to say Crocodile Dundee.
No, it's the famous shot.
I was actually shocked. I'm shocked to find out now that it was actually filmed in Victoria, Australia.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, the Victorian sort of landscape is very green and lush and sort of almost like a rainforest meets a farm. It's really, really not big trees and that type of stuff, but more just this beautiful greenery and lush, cool sort of temperature. It's a very nice part. Real woke people in Victoria, just the worst people of all time, just all blue-haired, painful pieces of shit that deserve
So anyway, Austin.
Yeah, I know. You're going to Austin tomorrow. You're like, damn it.
Yeah, but
We're going to give you a Sharps 52 rifle to take with you.
I think through all of our years in business on the internet, we've all used Shopify. I've used it for merch and my skate shop and a couple other businesses.
I will actually agree 100% on that. Everything we do is run through Shopify.
Even bunkers run through Shopify.
Our shoes, which is a separate company, is run through Shopify, and they talk together because of Shopify.
Shopify runs the world.
Did you know Shopify will actually help you design a website also, Cody?
I know I didn't know about starting an online store when I started my career online, and Shopify just made it super, super easy for my dumb ass.
Brandon, what happens if people haven't heard about my brand, though?
That's actually easy, Eli. Shopify helps you find your customers with easy-to-use email and social media campaigns.
Step Cody, what happens if I get stuck?
Shopify is always around to share advice with their award-winning 24/7 customer service.
Step support, bro. You got my back.
And your front.
Shopify helps millions of businesses around the world, and
10% of all e-commerce in the U.S.
From household names like Mattel or Gymshark to new brands just getting started.
Unsub shoes, Unsub merch, bunker.
No, we've all been doing this for over a decade, and Shopify is the easiest e-commerce platform we've ever used.
I think every single one of us has used Shopify at one point.
I think all our businesses right now are using Shopify.
Oh, except mine, but that's because it's guns. Can't do that.
Just one of them can't. Turn those dreams into SFX, cha-ching, Shopify new cell sound.
And give them the best shot at success with Shopify.
Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/unsubpod.
Shopify.com/unsubpod.
the problem with the difference between Australian, like full-on lefties and the American ones is I feel like what people would say is woke in Austin isn't woke enough in Victoria. Well, maybe I don't know enough about Austin.
You're probably right. I will say that. I was just going to say, like, I've never been there, but I would assume that I would take an Austin lefty over a Victoria lefty.
Melbourne, which is in Victoria, protests every weekend, all the time, always about something similar. They're always protesting. They hate comedy, even though they have the Melbourne Comedy Festival. They hate any comedian that dare go there and say something that's unjust or punching down. Punching down's the big thing in comedy that you're not allowed to do in Australia.
Every good piece of comedy has a victim, though. Like
that's why I've been cancelled 5 times. And I'm not trying to be like, look at me, I've been cancelled 5. They're not by crazy things either. One was an Aboriginal joke. One was a Christchurch massacre joke, right? Hilarious stuff. Another one was I got a Holocaust joke I got in the Israel Times because of that. They wrote a piece of me. The crime reporter from the Herald Sun in Melbourne called me up after that. Right? They called me for comment about a joke about the Holocaust. I said, allegedly, I did. To this lady, I said to this lady, if you can't, she complained to me about a Holocaust joke in an email, and I replied, if you can't stand the heat, stay out of the oven. That's all I said, right? And it shouldn't have been an email form. That's not good, all right? That's not good.
You're like, I have one regret, I put it in writing.
100%, because the screenshot was in the fucking article.
It was a joke. What?
Like, it's right there, and it looks horrible.
Did you say it? Yes, that is my
so this
email.
poor lady's there texting, at home going, you fucking cockhead, yada, yada, yada. And I was about to walk on stage, so I was fired up. I was like, yep, I'm ready to go. And she sends me that, and I go, well, if you can't stand the heat. And I thought it was hilarious. And anyway, I was.
I feel like as a comedian, it's okay to punch down as long as you punch down on everyone.
Yeah. Well, not white people, but yeah, I agree. And that's my personal opinion. And
that in itself was a joke. And it's like, you just feed it. Because to me, the most important thing with comedy is like context.
Yeah.
Like there's not actual, like, it's not a fucking hate crime. You're just being funny.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you don't have to find it funny. That's fine. Like, it's just understand that it's said in jest.
So last time I was on this show, I was telling a story about being taken to the Human Rights Commission. Mm-hmm. And that happened after a joke about Aboriginal people. Now,
yeah, he had to
like
court.
had to.
Yeah,
this is like court mandated.
You had to go to court about this.
So court, it was like to front a board of officials sort of thing. So call it court, call it whatever you want. The Human Rights Commission of Queensland came to me because I put a post on TikTok of me performing stand-up, just 2 jokes, and one lady complained about it, said she feared for her life and her children's lives because she was a part of the Aboriginal community in Australia. And these jokes weren't like you know, they were mean, but they weren't that bad. It was just about trans people and average, whatever, you know, normal stuff, normal round the dinner table sort of stuff.
No, I'm very curious on the joke now. But,
No, it was literally about I'd never seen personally a transgender person who was also Aboriginal. Maybe they were hard to find because all the ladies already looked like dudes. That's all it was. That's all it was.
That's so like on the scale of like 1 to 10 offensive. That's like a 6.5.
Not that bad. And also, not true. There are very attractive Aboriginal ladies. I've never seen them. But I've heard about them.
You're sure they're there?
I'm sure they are. I don't want to do the chat GPT it.
Just like the Yowie?
Just like, no Yowies. I'm not connecting the dots there.
I'll do it. I don't live there.
Now, but so they said to me, you have to appear in front of this board, this committee on this date. And it was the date that my son was due that week. And so I was like, I'm not going to that. And they're like, fine, well, we'll give you another date. And I said, I'm not going to that. And
I thought you meant the birth of your son. You're like,
I'm not going to
that.
Babe, I got this thing.
Sorry, rules is rules.
I literally got served papers in it, like a manila folder, the whole thing.
No shit.
And
they
it's a
said,
far drive, right? It was a...
Oh, it's like from here to California, maybe 8 hours. I don't know if that's further, probably further. 8 hours.
Yeah,
little further
Imagine
from
making
here.
a joke and then them being like, you have to go here.
I didn't even do the joke in that state.
I know. That's what's fucking wild to me.
And
Here to Cali's like 15 hours.
Yeah,
okay, so it's a long
Drive, yeah,
long
drive.
that's a long one.
So, but like an hour flight or whatever it was to Queensland. Still, I'm not going to drive an hour. I'm not going to go in
Why
front
did you
of-
have to go there?
Exactly. It didn't even happen there.
Yeah.
TikTok's not there. TikTok's not based in Queensland.
So anyway, you flew to China.
Bite dance. Great to see it. So this went on for 2 years and only just got rectified last year where they dropped the case, obviously. But yeah, I was asking my lawyer, who, by the way, great guy, but is a lawyer in conveyancing and has no idea with anything to do with, fucking this shit. And no one did. And
No,
this
it's
is-
a lot of people don't understand. You have to be very specific with your lawyer depending on what you're doing.
Yeah, there has
A
to be
lawyer-
different lawyers.
Yes. Otherwise, the lawyer's just going to be like, oh, fuck it, dude.
I don't know,
handle
dude.
speed tickets.
Yeah.
Dog, I don't know this entrepreneur or entertainment lawyer versus a contract lawyer. Like,
So we
all
had no
different.
idea, and it went on, and then I got letters saying that it had advanced to the next step, and she wanted me to be trained and apologise. That was the big thing. She wanted me to undergo training, sensitivity training, and apologise. And so basically, since that,
As a comedian.
oh, dude. But you don't understand what the comedy industry is like in Australia. It's like, do not cross the boundaries or you are fucked. You're not going, because it's built on the back of TV. There's this thing called the International Comedy Festival in Melbourne, and that goes on the TV every year. At least it was this way when I started 11 years ago, right? It was built on the back of, if you were going to be famous, if you were going to make money, and these guys can only sell tickets in Melbourne and Sydney, by the way. They can't do it anywhere else. You have to go on the TV, you have to be G-rated enough. You could probably go PG, that sort of thing. Which, what's that? Do you guys have PG?
Yeah, I mean, you're a
PG-13
kid.
sort of
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah, it's still a kid.
That sort of thing. You have to play by their rules or they're just going to snub you. They're going, nah, not happening.
So you can't even swear.
You could probably, they could get away with like 1 or 2 fucks.
Yeah, that's not PG here.
No. So
That's PG-13.
Right.
PG-13, you get like 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So
3 shits.
Is that really?
Yeah.
3
didn't know
shits,
there was
1
a rule.
fuck, 2 cum sluts.
No, you
Which
get like
is-
3 to 5 shits.
Yeah,
One-
there's a nice
fuck.
mathematical equation.
Yeah, if you
for it.
throw 1 cum slut in, you can only have a fuck. 1.
But I know if I made your joke in America, I wouldn't have to do 2 years of my life trying to fucking make up for it in the court system.
I'm just shocked that there's a legal ramification to a.
So I kept asking that question. I was like, can I be locked up here? Can I be fined? And the lawyer kept going, there's no case that I can go off here. There's no case law. This hasn't been tried. Those type of things. In New South Wales right now, I just wrote a video on it and I filmed it before I came over to America about a new New South Wales law that has been put in place to curb anti-Semitism, right? Because there's too much anti-Semitism. I was doing it back before it was cool. And that was a big thing when I did the Jew joke. They were like, you hate Jews. I was like, I don't know any Jews, all right? I'm from Newcastle, Australia. There's 2 Jews here, all right? And they work at the bank if you want to talk to them. Allegedly. And
I'll be damned.
Surprise Pikachu.
And yeah, so I completely lost my place again. It must be the tequila. But yeah, it's
the Jews.
it's the Jews. Well, they're running the world and running my mind.
Scrambled your Neuralink.
Bastards. Yeah,
It's that fucking meme of like, oh yeah, when I finally, or when everybody's got the Elon Musk Neuralink and somebody cuts me off in traffic, so I hack into his to make him gender dysphoric.
Now, I cast.
You think you're pretty?
the New South Wales law, right? That's what I was trying to talk about, and I sidetracked myself again. The law is now, this has been sort of passed through. It's the same in Victoria, or similar in Victoria. They passed it like at night too. Was one of those sort of things. Like it happens overnight. It's so sus.
Man, everything good gets passed in the cover
middle
of night.
of the night. There's 3 people there.
That's how you know this is out for everybody's best interest.
Where, and I don't have the exact word, this is not verbatim, but the sort of general understanding around it is if you say something that could be construed as advocating violence, which means anything, by the way. Now,
construed is the problem,
right? So not construed, but for a reasonable person would say that it's, and because it's so vague, anyone with enough money can argue that case in court. Basically, if I say something about Jews, you come for me for that. You can drag me through court if you want to, if you really wanted to. If I say something about Aboriginal people or anyone, you can do that. And
does it have to have taken place in Australia?
It has to take place in Australia, which is why
you're
the
touring
Patreon
here.
special, I'm going to go off. Which is what, in the law, at the end of it, it basically says there is no exceptions. Comedy's not protected. Satire's not protected. No one is protected. Film, no.
No.
If someone feels like they have been attacked and it's calling for violence, and this is the thing, it sounds good. It sounds like it's protecting people. Violence, bad. But that's not what it's doing. It's opening you up to having your very words that you speak and the thoughts that you think being controlled by people who don't have a vested interest in your best interest.
In my mind, using the words of the law, no reasonable person would assume a fucking comedy set is a call to violence.
Yeah, exactly. So who are these reasonable people? Reasonable in what circles? Because what is offensive to me is not very reasonable to other people,
That's terrifying to me. Just kidding. I mean, God,
it should be.
We'd be in a lot of trouble. This group would be.
Would not.
Yeah,
I would not
man.
tour. 100%. I would not tour the UK right now. I won't do it.
Oh, no. Fuck no.
No
UK?
way.
Hell no. Not right now.
Graham, is it Graham or Lyman, the dude, the comic that just got arrested?
What happened?
So he got arrested for anti-trans posts on X.
Okay.
5 armed police arrested this dude. He created Black Books. You know Black Books, the show? Great show, great comedy. Got Dylan Moran in it. What's old mate's name? I've seen him live in concert. Bill Bailey. Great show. Really, really good show. Anyway, you should watch it. He was arrested when he came. Was he back from the airport or whatever? He came back in the country. He just did Rogan, all that type of stuff. And he came back in the country, let's say. And yeah, they were just waiting for him at his house or his place of work, arrested him because he made these posts. And now he turned up in court actually with a trans sign on. Like, I don't know what wasn't like, I love trans, but it was like, we're questioning the trans rhetoric.
I think I remember that he's standing in front of the courthouse with a big sign on.
Yeah.
And it's like I think it said like protect our kids or something like that.
Trans
like,
kids don't exist or something
Yeah,
like that?
trans kids don't exist or something like that.
Something like that. And so that was his, that was a great statement to make. But he has literally been arrested at gunpoint by people who were there to protect him, his family, everyone, at the direction of someone who's been elected, potentially, for something that he said on the fucking internet. And that is crazy. And that is what's happening in Australia. And this is what happens when you give up your guns. Like that.
And you know what I mean? That's something that I think they just went over that on the most recent, at time of recording anyway, episode of Creepcast. Because they were making fun of like British fiction, like dystopian fiction. V for Vendetta or whatever it is. It's always the same thing. What if our government wasn't made of good people? Like that's all their dystopian shit. And I'm like, well, I hate to break it to you, but pretty much no government is made of good people.
Yeah,
that's the wild thing is that idea. It's just going to be inherently good because it's government.
And this is the same with laws. It's the same with laws being like in Australia. I say this in videos that I make about this topic. It's like you might support this now because you're some woke lefty piece of shit. But who's to say that it's not going to be a far right leader in 100 years' time, and this is going to be written in law that you're celebrating right now, and it's going to be used against whoever.
That was something relevant to like at time of recording anyway. God knows when this comes out, but about the whole like the transgender shooting stuff and like just talking about like, oh well, you know, the DOJ is now looking at classifying that as a mental illness and whatnot. I'm like, well, hey, how about we take a breath and we think this through, because like, okay, whether you agree with that or not, the thing is any tool that can be used, that can be wielded for you, can be wielded against you. So what's going to stop the next far left administration? Because the pendulum always swings one way or the other.
Definitely.
You know, we'll be back there at some point. We'll survive it just like we always have. It is what it is. But what's going to stop them from saying that, okay, now if we're talking about the federal government, specifically the executive branch of government, has the ability to declare something a mental illness to where you can't have a firearm and you're no longer due your Second Amendment rights, it's going to stop them from saying, all right, now, Eli, if you've claimed PTSD on your disability rating from what you were owed from the government for serving your country, you are no longer able to buy firearms.
Yeah.
And you are no longer able to be a legal gun owner. Like, that's a real slippery slope. You got to be careful
depression,
about that.
anxiety, ADHD, autism, all of these things that people could say are mental disorders or mental illnesses, they all fall under that spectrum.
Everybody's jumping over fucking obstacles to find another acronym to have. And like, that would...
If you put that on paper where it's like, hey, a mental health, okay, well, now it's a very broad term.
But it sounds good.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's like,
you can
sell
that in the paper.
Thing. And then
notoriously,
it's a
the road to heaven paved with good intentions.
Yeah.
Feel it,
Oh my God, it's the perfect jeans.
right?
I can leave.
Brandon, feel it.
Get on his shoulders.
Up here, big boy.
Try the perfect jeans out as earmuffs.
Brandon, how perfect are they?
Feels like the perfect jeans.
They're so flexible.
I'm fat. I can actually do squats in them. Usually that's an issue. I'm not kidding.
I'm picturing you doing squats in the gym with these jeans.
I could.
Dude, they are like...
Eli's just mogging on the audience right now.
Finn, make my dick talk.
자러 가야겠다. 네가 늦게 왔잖아.
Now you're watching the ad, and pants season is almost here.
It's always pants season if you're a f***ing adult.
It's August in Texas. We're all wearing jeans.
The perfect jeans.
That's right. Today we're talking about the perfect jean.
Brandon, how'd my jeans feel on your neck?
Feels like I need to talk to HR.
But they were comfortable, right?
Absolutely.
This brand, the perfect jean, it's actually perfect. It's real denim, but not the heavy stuff.
I just like how they finally say that we can say f*** your khakis, which works great pretty much everywhere except for Boston, I'm sure.
Just means the valet is quitting.
For a limited time, our listeners get 15% off their first order plus free shipping at theperfectjean.nyc.
Or Google the perfect jean and use code UNSUB15 to get 15% off.
It's finally time to stop crushing your balls and wear comfortable jeans by going to theperfectjean.nyc.
Our listeners get 15% off their first order plus free shipping.
It's lighter, softer, stretchier, and it's not a sex toy.
Not with that attitude.
Use that one, Finn.
And again, that's free returns, free exchanges when you use code UNSUB15 at checkout.
That's 15% off at checkout for the perfect jeans. Connor loves perfect jeans.
He does. They fit him really nice.
Oh, pants.
But yeah, it's crazy seeing any of that and that slippery slope of, hey, what defines mental illness? Because we talked about that the other day. It's like, oh, well, PTSD can then go up on the chalking block of, hey, this is not, oh, well, if they don't have guns, they can't.
And you could argue that someone with PTSD shouldn't have a firearm.
Yeah.
You know, that's a very clear argument there that person has, particularly if it's a war environment or someone has been in combat or whatever. You know, these people have been around guns going off and now they're anxious and they're crazy and they're depressed and they've got this and they're this.
And the rates of violence and all sorts of things. That's why, like, I don't advocate for that because I think that would be a stupid thing to do. Like, that's because, like, it leads to A, I just think it's immoral, but B, if you create an environment where veterans with PTSD are afraid of seeking help,
Yeah.
because they're afraid of losing their gun rights, you've made the problem 10 times worse.
Yeah.
So on top of all that, like I just think it's a bad fucking idea. But I think that there's more legal basis there for it, which is why we really have to be careful.
Yeah, and you can see with countries like ours, mine, how easy the government will just step in and take something. And you guys, there's big talk in America that you can defend yourself against the government, but put that into practice. Like, what happens?
I think hope.
You know
a
what
lot
I mean?
of people
Like-
don't want war, or they think it's like this. But once you cross a specific line,
Like
then
a civil war is like
would
a very.
suck.
But then again, in my mind, I think that's never going to happen. Man, a lot of things that happened in the last 10 years that were never going to happen.
That's the scary thing.
Everyone has a home and a family, buddy.
Well, okay, but this is the
What
thing
an
about
ominous
guns.
thing to say.
This is the thing about guns.
odd
I don't
things.
have guns. How do I protect my family? I can't have brass knuckles in my house. What are you using that baseball bat that's under your bed for?
Dude, it is a
Especially-
wild thing to me is being over there, any place, and it's like, okay, I hear somebody breaking into my house. I have a bat. I'd be like, fuck me, dude.
Yeah,
Like, that's a wild mind in my head. I would freak out. And
They
I'd sleep with
recently
a firearm.
rejected new castle law in Australia, which is defend your castle.
Like
sort of
castle
thing.
doctrine.
Yes, they recently voted against that.
Without
fucking
guns,
crazy?
even with guns, that's insane. Because we all have bedside guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like we
I got a strap on.
we have fucking dude. We have machine guns.
That's scarier.
Machine guns, everything. And there was
If I was breaking into somebody's house and I got met by the Challenger and all I see is the silhouette
of a naked man with a strap on. I'm like, why is he flaccid and hard? Oh no.
What took you so long?
Just
all I
hearing
need the door
the naked feet slapping.
and the door locking.
Oh no!
Wait. You turn around, there's no handle like a car.
The handle goes in. The handle goes in. No.
You just hear the door lock and he swats the handle off the door.
You're in my world now, buddy.
You think I'm trapped in here with you? You're trapped in here with me.
But there's nothing to. When we were in Florida a couple of years ago, we went there. I used to do work for the UFC, and we went there, and I lost that because of the Aboriginal joke, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so gay.
And although I became friendly with, I don't want to say like mates, but like I'd like to say mates, but he probably wouldn't, with Dana White. And he, I told him about it. I said to him, mate, like I'm not trying to beg for anything here, but the UFC Australia has let me go because of these jokes. They say the fighters don't want to work with me, all this type of stuff. And he said, fuck that. No one gets cancelled by the UFC. And
Hell yeah.
He
Even
went-
Dana.
Yeah, he went. No comment. Cut it out.
We can cut that if you want. Okay, I'm like, I don't
He
give a
went
shit.
into bat for me, and the guy who fired me got fired.
That's f***ing awesome. Because Dana has always he stood by fighters. He's just like, nah, fuck that. We don't do that here.
Yeah, you don't attack someone's freedom to speak how they want in his world.
And you can hate that guy. Like if let's say he's got a fighter that's saying all sorts of crazy off the wall shit. Like you're more than welcome to hate that guy. If you don't want to support him, you more that is your vote with your dollar.
Yeah.
You know, but no, fuck that.
And so we were in Florida at a gun expo, and Claire was talking to this lady about pepper spray, and she's like, "Oh," Claire said, "Oh, we can't have pepper spray either. That's illegal. It's a firearm in Australia. Oh yeah, go to jail for it." Lady,
So what you can have is Echelon, the spicy flavors of Echelon, where you shake it up and just spray it at a guy. It's fucking capsaicin in a can.
And so she's like, "How do you defend yourself?" "Oh, we just hope the police get there quickly, sort of thing. That's what we do. We call the police, hope they get there." Because people go to jail all the time for either murdering or severely harming an intruder. All the time. I'm sure that happens here too.
No, not really.
Really?
No, you can. Somebody's in your house. You can pretty much. There's some states where it's pretty rough. Like you get Massachusetts, California, stuff like that. Where especially if you got these super liberal DAs, where they just want to stick it to gun owners, and that's their ability. They can legislate from the gavel.
Yep.
And that's the fucked up part. But no, for the most part, somebody breaks into your house with intent to do harm to you or your property, you can clap them.
which is how it should be.
Yeah. You won't even go to
without
jail
a
for the
date.
most part.
And you shouldn't. You can't come into my fucking house. What is so? Yeah,
In Texas, they'd give you the key to the city.
yeah, and as they should.
My property is worth more than your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Why did you look at me when you fucking said that? I was just like, Jesus Christ, man.
Like Kenny looking around, like, what did I do?
my thing has always been like, no, is your property worth more than my life? Like, my property is worth more than the life of anyone that would be willing to break into my home
100%.
and take my property and potentially harm me and my family just to get my shit. In that case, if you're willing to do that, dude, a Whopper is worth more than your life.
Yeah.
There was a UK police officer or somebody in charge that just had this statement.
Oh, Canada.
Canada's the one.
It was that
Hey,
fucking
Yeah.
the chief of police from Canada.
what'd they say? This is fucking wild.
He was like, "You should comply with home invaders."
That was his actual statement: is comply if somebody.
Your best course of action is to comply.
It's
Yes,
great.
Somebody broke into your house. Comply.
It's great news for home invaders.
You're doing
Oh,
great.
yes.
You're doing great, honey.
It's almost over.
Yeah,
Like,
Crime cut here.
I saw
It's my superpower.
one comedian. He made a little thing where he's like, "Oh yeah, here's all my things. Here's all my stuff. My Rolex is right here. My kids are upstairs, and then my wife's in the back. So you just let me know what you need. Here's a soda. Here's some tea if you need anything."
Oh, here it is. Literally. Okay. Yeah.
you look parched. Would you like some Gatorade?
Yeah. Do you need anything?
Just hide and comply. This is the police chief, the regional police chief, Jim McSween.
And that's what they're saying publicly.
That's what's scary.
So what
That
are they
is-
saying behind
It was a news
closed doors?
press when he said that. He said, "Just comply with the home invaders."
That's madness.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
And,
How
and
can you
that's-
say you have rule of law in your country if you can't even defend your domicile?
So you work
and
so
your
hard
family.
for it, you pay tax on it, and then someone can just walk in. They'll get arrested. They'll go to jail, sure, maybe.
But then we switched to like Florida sheriffs who are like, "Someone comes in your house, just kill them."
I love it.
We don't have a problem with that. Just fucking kill
Someone
them.
walk past your front door, you shoot them.
Yeah, fucking kill them.
These gang stalkers keep showing up in these brown UPS uniforms. I've got 6 in the backyard.
It says Amazon. I think it means something different.
and then like you have to worry about that with the whole thing where, if we had laws like that here in the US, because I made that joke, now they have probable cause to search my backyard because, comedy's not protected.
Yeah. Mate, I don't know. I don't know enough about the inner workings of America and what happens with you guys when it comes to, what the average person thinks. Because we're told this from our perspective that most Americans are pretty left-leaning. And going off the last election, I'd say that's probably not true.
It's true in the cities. It's true in like pretty much all the big cities will be more left-leaning. But if you go out to
the same everywhere, really.
Yeah, I think
Most places.
I've gone into like my thoughts on that, but in the real America, like in rural America, like it's a completely different story where people actually are connected to where their food comes from.
Or
in
they
the real
work
world.
difficoltly every day.
Yeah.
Work with their hands.
Blue
get
collar
up.
people.
And they want to protect their people, and they want to protect their property.
Yeah.
Where shit didn't come easy. You have a lot more right
Sure.
people.
Yeah, because they're in this is the whole thing with the real world. And this is the problem with the Gen Z's kids coming through. Like, they're not there. They're not in that real world. And they're going to vote in a very progressive way, I think. And I think that's where you're going to see these sort of far left-leaning governments come through in the next 20 years when they're these kids out of college, out of university who are just brainwashed and their minds have been wiped without any. They are unable to critically think in a way that we would look at and go, okay, that's a sort of well-balanced individual. They're not there. They haven't grown up enough.
I think there's people that are breaking that mold, though. There's a lot of people in that Gen Z, Gen Alpha, I guess is the new one, that are starting to really, it's swinging back around pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
I think you're just going to see that repeating pattern, but it's unfortunately just going to get
Well, I
further
know
and further.
The
with
death wobble
pendulum.
gets wider.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best way to. Yeah. The death wobble is just getting.
I'm curious. In Australia, do you guys have I know here in the United States we have the First Amendment. It's literally the first one in the Bill of Rights. Protects freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, freedom of religious association, stuff like that. Do you guys have anything in your founding documents that's supposed to kind of hold that banner? Or?
So in our Constitution, we have implied freedom of speech. Whatever the fuck that means. No one knows. No one talks about it. No one mentions.
That's what it's written down.
Most people don't know we have a constitution. Most people
I
don't,
learned that today.
You know, all that type of shit, or at least the founding documents. No one knows about that type of stuff. Americans tend to talk about it a lot. We never do. I've made a lot of videos on free speech in Australia, and I get this comment constantly. They're like, "We don't even have. It's not. We have implied. It's not real." It's like, that's the point. It should be real. We should have a referendum, which we have to change the constitution. On this, it should be in there. Every single, like, there was this dude, right? He killed 2 cops, and he's on the run currently. It's sort of like this, not really a Ned Kelly thing, because he's like some madman. Anyway, whatever. He killed these cops. Horrible. They're just there executing a search warrant or an arrest warrant. All right? They're just normal human beings go and do their job, and they've died. Terrible. But all these people, this one guy at this rally had this poster up of this guy being a hero. Right? And he gets arrested. The guy holding the poster up.
See, I don't like that either.
Well, of course.
Yeah,
why are you getting hang on, what? What? Because you like someone? He could say the most heinous shit ever. He could do the most horrible things ever. And you should be allowed to support him.
It's like
regardless.
You could hold up a poster that says, Ted Bundy did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Like, that's okay. That's a fucking horrible opinion.
Sure.
But you should be allowed to have it.
Of course.
Like, as long as you're not hurting anybody, or again, like, literally advocating, like, we should do X, Y, and Z. Like,
on this date, let's do this. Like, either everything's okay or nothing is okay, except for, screaming fire in a crowded whatever, that type of shit. When you
exigent circumstances.
Yeah, yeah. So that is the state that my country is in currently. And so as a comedian, I have to then look at that and go, well, what am I allowed to do here? What is okay? What's not okay? And that's a strange place to be in, because you shouldn't be in that position at all. You should be able to just go hammer and tong, to use an Australian expression. Go for it. But
I know there was even American comedy.
There's a beer called Hammer and Tongs in Australia.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if it's any good, but it's there.
Brandon! Cody, call him the one word.
Win AK-50.
Dude,
I sense the disturbance in the force. What's up?
how do you like those Turtle Beach noise canceling headphones? They're the Stealth 700.
They're fantastic. The noise canceling is so good, all I hear is tinnitus.
God, these are comfortable.
They're really comfy.
Yeah, those are dope.
Turtle Beach, make some Range Ear Pro.
You want genuine actually, Cody, like put those on.
Oh.
Nice. Those are legit comfortable. Yeah. Turtle Beach, what you doing over there, girl? You making some hot ass stuff.
I like your squishies. 3D spatial audio to improve your gaming. That would work really good in Tarkov. Hear people's footsteps.
And in PUBG.
I can't wait to use a Turtle Beach headset to listen for footsteps in Tarkov, running the new AK-50 while I get still killed from a woodline I can't see.
What?
Eli, there's a global cabal that's working behind the scenes to control all media, banking, politics. And that's why we should have never gone off the gold standard.
Hey, hold on. 80-hour battery life.
80-hour battery life. Holy shit, there's a lot of switches. Can't stress enough how comfortable these are. And if you've been in a long gaming session, which I'm sure all of us have, unfortunately.
I wear adult diapers when I play World of Warcraft.
You should be euthanized.
Ha!
Also, controls. Headphones, great. This, game hard.
Head to Turtle Beach and use code UNSUB for 10% off your entire order.
That's 10% off your entire order at turtlebeach.com with using code UNSUB.
After your purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support Unsub and tell them where you got them.
Tell them Unsub sends their regards.
What's American comedy? They had that same. For a little bit, comedians were worried about getting in trouble, so they'd restrict where they toured. They're like, just stay away from colleges.
Was it Chris Rock that said that? Like, I won't go to colleges anymore.
There was a handful.
Yeah, I was gonna say Chappelle. Yeah, I think Chappelle said something about that.
Yeah,
Bill Burr too, I think.
Yeah, they're just like, fuck this.
And these are guys that are like left leaning in general too, but they're just like, guys, this has gone too far.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make somebody mad, sad, offended, and now I'm going to be the target of an online attack because X, Y, and Z. And you're like, dude, like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, 100%.
Is that why you're doing your tour? Does that help when you land here and you're doing a tour here?
Well, the big thing about touring in America is I wanted to do it last year. I wanted to do it the year before, but getting a visa here is so ridiculous to work here. Like, I should have gone over the border. That would have been so much easier.
Dude, you would have gotten a free cell phone.
Exactly.
Like
apartment and
all sorts of shit.
Really good vlog material. You smuggling your family across the line.
Show and Dave are from Ireland. We're always said
Right.
like, yeah, you should just. It would have been way easier if you just because you came over during the Biden administration. You guys would have gotten so much shit. Just pretend you don't speak English.
Yeah, straight in. I had to hire bloody immigration. It was ridiculous. So mad. And just to work, just to do some shows here. Like, it's not.
That's what's wild. Just to do a few shows.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa, buddy.
And
Is
even,
it because you're working and not visiting?
To get it, like, there's a visa called an ESTA that you just basically go, hey, it asks you, have you ever planned a terrorist act or committed a terrorist act?
No.
You just go, no. And they're like, okay,
You
come
say
in.
it like you actually have.
Well, I've never, I planned.
I just like it's the yes or no. It's like,
Yeah, it's a tick
Planning
box.
is one thing, execution is another.
Yeah, we've all had thoughts.
All right. Now you're making fun of this, Eli, but the average IQ of the people that you've encountered in combat.
oh, that is very true. I just picture it's like, well, yeah. Somebody actually, and then they're like, whoop, whoop. How'd you catch me?
Yeah, but if the question before that
None
is
of us
what
know
is
how
your
to cause a
race?
mass casualty incident. No.
You know how like if you do have to like check boxes in like a form, like if you check one box, it like blanks all the other boxes out.
Not on firearms.
Yeah.
Like when I checked white, they shouldn't ask me that shit. Like I should be like, yeah, come on, bro, you get it. It's all good.
to go.
Don't worry about it.
Come on.
You're not gonna do that. But yeah, no. Piece of shit. It's weird to try and get into this country, and then questions they look at you like you're a criminal. Oh, it's like the people on. But I will say
the history of that island is,
it's not a good place. Well, a lot of people, there were convicts taken there, and then a lot of people decided to get on a boat for like 9 months and go there with their families to a place they knew nothing about. That's how insane it must have been in
And
the
all
UK.
these creatures try to kill you. It's dope.
Yeah.
Would you like to start a
somebody had
family here?
Somebody had that picture. It was the Queen going through like basically like a customs checkpoint, and it was like Australian customs. It's like, excuse me, ma'am, do you have a criminal record? She goes, no. Do I still need one?
That's great. Yeah,
It's a shitty little Australian joke there.
when she
one
died,
of the few I know.
I was sad when she died. I don't know why. I just was. I don't give a shit about the monarchy. I think history's cool and stuff, but I was like, when she's just a little nana, I was a bit sad.
Just like that was your thing. It's like, man, that one hit.
It did. She died. I was like, no.
That's because
Anyone
the
but her.
government taught you to be sad,
That's
brother.
right. That's right. I've been caught up in the psyop of her being dead. Bring it back, I say. Yeah, I bet they did. Well, she was. Yeah, the British Crown is a tyrannical ruler over the Irish.
I got shit for that in that IRA video. I did a video on the what was it? AR-180. It was used a lot during the incident between the Irish and the British.
Yep.
Big in the IRA, and there's a clip of me in that video of me just like smoking a cigarette. You really think the Queen died of natural causes? And it hit newspapers and shit. And like, really? I can't even make a fucking joke in an intro to like, yes, I killed the Queen. Like, what the fuck do you? I don't know.
Can't be a comedian anymore.
You can't be like. It's very clearly comedy, but there, congressional candidate. If I see one more headline that says congressional candidate,
Yeah, you also hate veterans.
Oh, apparently, yeah. Despite them,
Have you heard about him hating veterans?
Well, I also hate veterans, so let's talk about it.
Well, it's like, despite them exclusively being who I hang out with, raise money for, all sorts of shit like this, it's just like disingenuous political attacks, and it drives me fucking crazy.
Yeah, but that's what they'll do. That's what they'll continue to do. And the further you go down that path, it'll just more skeletons will come out of the closet. Ted Bundy lover, and all that type of shit.
And Tony, to borrow his word, if you continue to attack me on that and pretend like you actually believe it, you're a.
It's such a strange way Americans say the word. It's just.
No, it's like, for whatever reason, YouTube treats
dead air.
They treat it like the hard R.
Oh,
yeah, in YouTube, or like in the guidelines anyway. Like, Americans can't say.
They let Aussie channels say it though, right?
Yeah, I can say. Oh, sometimes I used to be able to say it. Now I have to cut it out.
Yeah.
The real question is, can he say it on our channel? No.
We tested it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I forget.
Oh no, we were
which-
talking about the N word.
Oh, well, yeah, you can say that one.
No.
I think he found the line.
Goddamn, I thought you were cool, man.
Mate, all these red lights on these cameras mean you cannot say that.
Oh, so that's why.
But when you said hard R, in Australia, I always thought the hard R was retard.
No,
No, you can say retard all you want here.
That was
dude.
the Linus Tech Tips thing. Did you see that? You didn't see that?
No.
Linus Tech Tips. He was on
Live.
a podcast and like he was just
No,
like,
this is live.
Oh.
That's why his co-host was freaking out.
Life is different than.
well, because he goes like, oh, well, you know, we all used to say the hard R. Like, I remember in high school, like that was just something we said. And his co-host is like,
What?
you what? And then
Yes.
it took him a while to
This.
figure out.
He
He's
was
like,
yeah,
yeah,
everyone.
you mean like the N word? He's like, oh God, no. Like we wouldn't
Yeah.
say that. And he's like, oh, thank God.
He's like, what's the hard R mean? He's like, brother, wait, the hard R is for the N word. He's like, oh, no, I did not say that in high school. Yeah, no, 100% never made those jokes.
He was
never
just
saw
like,
that.
oh,
He
we
was-
said it all the time.
He was talking about retard the entire time.
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Because like his co-host is just sitting there like, brother, you could not have waterboarded this out of me. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's what I thought it was too, until I think, only a couple of years ago when I heard someone reference it like that, and I was like, oh shit, no,
like,
that's not what I thought that was.
That's a different
That's
one.
a very different word, but yeah.
You're like, I don't hate retards.
I don't blame retards for everything. I do. But. Yeah, no, it's not nice to say words. But yeah, it's
God, it's so
but that's
funny.
like social policing of words. Like, it's not cool to say that in an angry way, I guess. I don't
In
know.
an angry
Everyone
way?
says they don't say it, but they all say it. I say it when I come.
Dude, I've had.
What a first date.
Oh, yeah. On a bedroom window. I'm from the outside.
I've had black people scream the angriest words ever in my face against a white dude, and I just laughed the entire time.
Oh, so your first show, does it start tomorrow at?
It's Friday. I'm
Friday.
at the Vulcan in Austin, and then I'm heading
You're here
over
for a minute then.
Yeah. So I'm here in Texas for the next 10 days, and then I'm heading over to beautiful Los Angeles to do the Hollywood Improv, and then over to gorgeous New York City. I'm sort of just testing where I can and can't sell tickets. I don't know. Also with a toddler, it's hard to travel for a long period of time too. So we're over here for the next 3 or 4 weeks and heading back home to get into Christmas and whatnot. And then probably I've got a special that I'm releasing, talking to some streamers at the moment, but see if they come to me with a deal. If not, we'll just put it out on YouTube.
Nice, man. Fuck yeah.
How many live shows are you doing?
I'm doing three in America, which I know isn't all, but this is the first. This is sort of testing the waters to see how we're going. And we're selling tickets.
Terrifying, isn't it?
Yeah, a different country, man. Like in Australia this year, or last year and this year, because that was the time of the tour. It started last year, ended this year. There was like 40 shows. So that's where I obviously want to get to with America. Australia has
40 shows?
Yeah, in a year. Well, the most I ever did was 92 in 6 different countries. So that was a lot.
Holy shit.
We're doing 8 this year, and we're like,
Yeah, it's hard work, man. It's
fucking
it's
90.
a lot. And so what I've been doing over the last since Atticus was born, my son, he
gangster name.
best name. I love it. I love
that's cool as shit.
He's gonna fucking
He's a
watch out.
gladiator.
He is. He's got long hair too, so he's the man. He finds farts funny too, which is hilarious.
Good.
Like I'll just wake up in the morning, make a coffee, and I'll drop me guts, as we say in Australia.
Drop me guts.
I call it on your sign, but
Babe, I'm gonna drop them guts like
2 girls, one coffee. And so I'll fart in the kitchen and he'll laugh. It's great. It's fantastic. He's going to grow up.
Certain things are just early on.
He knows. And he goes, it's hilarious. But when he was born,
Hell yeah, little man.
I was when his mother and myself, we started dating back in the day, 11 years ago, 12 years ago now, whatever it is, she had to work while I was on the road. And she was working these shit jobs. And I always said, regardless of what our family life is like, once I make money, we go everywhere together. And that's why we do that. So when he was born and I was touring, he would only go to sleep for me. Like today, you'd only go to sleep for me. So I shush him off, lay down with him, put him to bed, and then we wake up and I go straight. Well, I get up and go straight on stage. So that was like my warm up. So a lot of people are doing shots, they're firing up. Mine was in a dark room and then walk up, boom, straight on stage.
And then you farted on him.
And then I farted on him. That was how it was done. That's my first joke. And so that was sort of how that all changed for me. But it was good. It gave me something to do before shows rather than just walking around. But at least you guys with your live shows, there's a group of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
For me, it's just usually just Ben and myself sitting in a random fucking backstage area.
Random green room
somewhere in the world.
Does help.
That would be terrifying doing it out. I don't know. How long is your set?
Hour.
Oh my.
By yourself, dog.
Yeah.
Like we have 5-6 people on that stage, and then we're interacting with the audience.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
we're
yeah.
having like people. We have people in the audience that will come up and
Yeah, right.
interact. So it's like boom, boom, boom.
Oh man, I do an hour and then I'm out of there.
This is hour 15, and then
Yeah.
talk to people, interact, and then it's out because it is. I mean,
On top of like
exhausting.
VIP and everything like that. Like
It's exhausting.
Yeah, it is tiring. I love it. I'm very lucky to do what I do.
Sure, no, absolutely.
I did a shitty job, and I think that was the most important thing that I did for when I was younger was work shitty jobs.
Oh, yeah.
Where
I think
you'd rather.
we've all definitely worked those shit jobs.
If you don't
over the
do
years.
that, you don't know what you got.
Fuck no.
You got no idea. There's a lot of young guys that I know that are in the TikTok game and they've never had a normal job and they have no idea. They don't know what's going to happen. They're not working hard enough.
No, customer service is wild not to experience that once in your life because that's a reality check. Working being a server, military, police officer, that is that reality check of how humans are on a day-to-day level.
Yeah, I mean, I did landscaping. I installed shower screens, all these shitty jobs.
And you're white.
And I know I'm not even Mexican. And
Yeah,
so
how
do I even know that reference? I don't know any Mexicans, and I'm not from here.
You nailed it.
I'm just
That was
a,
perfect.
all the Mexicans work at the bank.
I did this. I was like,
the Jewish Mexicans. But yeah, I actually, you know what?
It's called a callback joke.
In LA the other day, everyone ignored the shit. All the black people, all the white people. The only people that talked to us were Mexicans. We were walking to the shops, and they were really nice.
oh yeah,
Dude, Mexicans are the nicest fucking
And
people
I
ever.
was not that I didn't have any sort of preconceived notions about Mexicans. I
Sure.
love
You just
burritos
threw your
and
wallet.
shit.
I just love burritos and
I just
shit.
love burritos.
Yeah,
Mate,
Mexicans,
how
they
good's
love
mince?
burritos.
Mince meat is awesome. I don't know if Mexicans invented mince meat, but big fan.
Oh. Took me a minute. I'm like,
No, not the mince that you eat.
Talking about chorizo?
Chorizo, yes, snags.
Yeah, that's the Mexican mincemeat. The chorizo.
I've never heard of a snag.
Sausage.
I love it
Snag.
when Cody tries to say Mexican words.
Hey,
It's like
f-
my
you,
small
dude.
joys in life.
I'm trying to get used to it. So I have a Mexican fiance right now.
Yeah.
Dude, her mom is the nicest person ever.
Yes, it sounds like it.
Doesn't speak English whatsoever.
Oh, really?
But she'll bring me tamales.
Yeah.
And it's, shut up.
No,
Is
that's
it-
fine. That one's all right.
I think that one was
I thought it was
Okay, I
pronounced
got that one.
That was the
tamale.
one this morning that I was just like,
When I was trying to get
Tamales.
oh fuck, what were you trying to eat this morning?
chilaquiles.
Chilaquiles.
Oh, it's beautiful.
No, it
actually.
was pretty decent. Yeah, it was that. But just, I don't know. I
probably-
don't know how you pronounced it, but it was so funny.
I probably said chilaquiles.
No, even that would have been preferable to whatever the fuck you said.
Chilaquilers. I'm just trying to get them chilaquilers right now.
Some
man.
chili
Can you roll your R's?
No, I can't.
Yeah, see, that's that. I think that's what it is.
I've never been able to
whatever
roll my
noise you
Rs.
make instead of rolling the R's. Like I find it as peak comedy.
I'm trying my best. Fuck. Fuck. Stupid. I'm so fucking dumb. Damn it.
I used to work in a bar, and you hear Australians pronounce French wine like, "Mate, get a glass of that Moet." Chardonnay, Savio bloke.
Savier bloke.
I'll get you a Savio bloke.
It's like, here
You mad
you
dog?
go.
Have a go with that.
What's your big show in America this tour?
The biggest? They're all about the same. They're all like medium-sized rooms. So
It's that good. especially it's a good start.
It's a start, man.
Yeah,
and
dude.
it's not, I'm not sort of trying to big dick myself here. I'm an absolute nobody when it comes to America. And it's just starting from the bottom and trying to make my way somewhere. So that's all I'm doing here.
What's a medium-sized room?
200 or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
nice.
So not crazy, not tiny, not ridiculous, but they're good. They're good enough. And that's
terrifying for the people. Like 200 people is like when you look out, especially when you're just in a new place. That's especially by yourself.
Well, you don't know if they're going to work. The jokes, I have no idea because I've done shows in the UK, in Scotland, in Ireland, in Northern Ireland, and New Zealand, but never. They're all very similar places. Never in. I've done shows in New york though before, so and everything was sweet. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
LA, you were talking about that earlier. Like that's the one place that like landing for the first time first time I visited LA,
Dude.
years and years ago. I can't remember when it was, but I remember looking out the window and my thought was, because you see that haze over the land and it's just like grid as far as the eye can see.
It's confronting.
I just thought like this place looks like the earth has cancer.
If you didn't grow up here and you came in from Australia and you saw LA first, you would assume that that's all of America. And we were talking about this in the car. Like, it just seems like it's so yellow and gross. And if this is your only experience of America, then you've probably missed out on a lot.
I can feel that because there's a lot of crime there. Like you said, the homelessness is like super bad there.
And like the Hollywood Walk of Fame, everyone goes there, and it's just cracked out crackheads cracking everywhere. It's outrageous.
There's shit on the street. People are rude as
Bro, I took we were doing that screening for that movie we went to a couple of years ago. And I took my son, he was probably 14, 13 at the time. I took him up there because I was like, hey, I want you to experience the Walk of Fame. We're walking down the Walk of Fame, and I'm like, hey.
Killer's Game. That's what it was, I think.
Yeah, it was Killer's Game. And I was like, dodge that shit. Because it's on the stars on the Walk of Fame.
Oh, this dog's
I'm like,
eating
John, I'm like grabbing my son, John.
brains?
Yeah, I'm like, watch out. No, don't step that way. Don't step that way.
I saw a shit with muesli in it.
You what?
Do you know what muesli is? Like what's like granola?
Oh, just poop with granola.
Granola in it. So either someone was feeding their dog granola or a human had shat.
100% a human had shat.
And obviously a homeless dude's eating well.
There was heroin shits everywhere. The heroin shits are always the puddles. It's
Like
like
a black?
It's like that greasy black shit.
Not that I see color, but
and it's watery.
Yeah,
so I was like having
Yeah.
to grab my son and move him past the heroin shits on the Walk of Fame.
You're giving me, I forgot because I took right into New York this year to go, hey, let's go. Just his autism was like, Daddy, I must go see these exact buildings. So
Dude, he had to see the tall buildings. Right?
yes, to a T of where we're going first. And we did it all in one day, but still terrifying of riding around because he has his phone. I'm like, I have to watch out if anyone's going to grab his phone. I went to run a subway and I don't have my gun at that, like in New York. Very hard to carry.
can't?
coward.
I should. No,
Legally it's very like those blue cities and states, very hard even for us. Like it's just not a thing that
Yeah, I never carried in LA.
I have never carried in LA.
And then when you go on the subways, you're very much next level of hypervigilance kicked in. Like Ryden's taking his videos. I'm like, I am super uncomfortable right
we
now.
had a couple that I think were like Eastern Europe or something, some funny language. And they were there. They were white, so I can say that. And on the subway in New York, and these kids had gotten onto the subway sound system, and they kept saying this phrase over and over again. And this couple ran off the train with their family, scared. But we sat.
What was the phrase?
These kids were going, "Fuck it right in the." And all the Americans are just sitting there like, okay. And we were just like, yeah, whatever. But these poor European people were like, oh my God, terrorists.
they're not used to
they were
that
running.
It was like,
I don't know.
Dude, a Japanese person hopping on a U.S. subway system would be the most terrifying thing. If they go from Japan on how their subway system works and their train system, it is organized, it is quiet, it is peaceful, it is on time, no one talks. You're not allowed to talk.
Yeah, the only sound
you don't
you
get
hear.
assaulted by a Michael Jackson impersonator.
Exactly. Dude, you cannot talk on your phone.
Haven't you seen those videos of dudes coming on women on the Japanese subways?
Huh?
I think that's called
Well, they are. Well, yeah.
That's a very specific Google search.
How does one
You can't just put crime at the end of it.
How does one organically come across this? Shit. Straight up though, like for the people that that are from foreign countries that come here and they try to visit the United States and they only go to LA and New York. They're like, man, I hate it here. I'm like, honestly, I get it. Like that's not because that's most people's understanding of most foreigners.
It sucks too because those are the biggest international airports.
Yeah.
And that's all they see in movies, like Hollywood movies, New York, Los Angeles.
I don't like going to those places.
Yeah, dude, you'd have to pay me so much money to go to Los Angeles.
Oh God.
For vacation, yeah, actually, talking out loud, is not the best place to go on a vacation.
No, I have to go there like maybe once a year or something like that. But I mean, fuck, like it's not for fun.
And I know you took riding there because he wanted the buildings. He wanted those specific buildings to do, and you were a good father figure in that situation. But like, if you're coming from a foreign country, man, dude,
yeah, be like riding.
Here, come on. try to find a rural American town and just like experience Americana.
It's like if you come here thinking like, oh, all of America is New York or LA. It's like, dude, that's less than 1%.
It's the same with Sydney and Melbourne in Australia. They're shitholes, like terrible places. Like not crime or anything like that, just like dull and gross and concrete. And then you go out into like
brutalism.
Not even just the bush, but like just normal places. Like where I live in Newcastle, it's all just beach.
Oh.
You know, it's beautiful. It's like we're in Hawaii and these amazing sunsets. But then we go home and like,
same thing.
It's the same thing, man. Like we're
same sun.
Allegedly. But yeah, it's you go to these cities and we're just not made to live in cities. Like we're not meant to be that close. We're supposed to have small knit groups, tribes, that type of stuff. Like what's that number? The amount of people you can have
100 or something like that.
And something people that you can have a close personal relationship with.
That makes sense.
It's got someone's name and then number. That's the person who figured it out or whatever, that you can have a close personal relationship with, not these hundreds of people you run into every day.
What was the rat experiment?
Yeah, that's what I was referring to. It wasn't the you might be thinking of, or you might be talking about something different, but I that was what I was thinking.
That one's great. You get to see the fall and collapse, or the rise and the collapse of a society through rats, and they did it multiple times. And it was like, hey, we will give these mice or rats everything they need. They live in a utopia. So they have food, they have everything. Then it found out, it's like, oh, they don't have any stimulation because everything is given.
They couldn't stand it, right?
So they would breed, and then the alphas took over, and then the alphas got bored of having sex, so they stopped, and the prettiest ones went and just fornicated with males, and you would have multiple times rise up, and then all the rats would die.
When people have no problems in society to actually solve, they become gay.
Dude, you read that, dude. It is wild. The under rat, like the beta rats, they all started fighting, and they stopped trying to even approach females. The females would only talk to the beautiful rats, the alphas. Alphas then were like, no, we don't even like that. Fuck off. Well, we're going to be pretty over here. They'd die off. The females would then die off, and then all the rats would literally die off.
There's that, what's the saying? Hard times, hard men. Something like that.
Hard times and hard men.
Oh, hard times. I get it. Yeah.
Hard times create soft men. Soft men create hard times.
Rinse, repeat.
Crazy. That's wild.
Experiment.
No, but it's the was it Dostoevsky talking about like if you're in this perfect heaven?
Is he a Texan, Dostoevsky?
I don't believe so. I believe that was a Russian man, a very Russian man.
Dostoevsky.
But talking about like if you had a perfect heaven where like all you have to do is eat bread and procreate, like you can't fucking handle it.
That's why retirement kills people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
The course.
Dude, I like the shirt.
Jesus, dude.
I know that's a helmet.
He's got a hockey flow on him.
He's got a what?
A hockey flow.
He's got like the hockey flow.
I thought. Hey, you can come here. Hey, baby.
Look at that hair, dude.
It's Brandon.
Addie's just had a big nap.
I respect the flow.
I got you, sweetheart. Oh. Well, thank you, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure.
Brother, where do we find you? Or where can the internet find you?
Instagram at the Buttsman, Isaac Butterfield on YouTube, and that's pretty much about it. But come and see me live if next time I'm back here or whenever this comes out.
Absolutely, man.
But I'll be back in 2026, I'm sure, and so on and so forth. So thank you, gentlemen, for your time.
Man.
I appreciate your time and your efforts. But now the Kuss, has reclaimed his father.
We can tell. Cody, close us out, you beautiful son of a bitch.
Guys, thank you for coming to the Unsubscribed podcast. I was joined today by Eli Doubletap, Isaac Butterfield, Brandon Herrera, myself, Donut Operator. We really appreciate y'all.
Thank you all. Kisses.